What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on? Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I got my friends and family. I'm not sure if Carrie's pulling up. Is Carrie pulling up today?
She said she's going to be late.
All right, cool. Carrie probably going to pull up later on today. Hopefully, we pray. But in the meantime, I got my friends Q Diddy, Slimmy. Of course, I got Molly, Mika, and 2K. Let me rearrange this panel real quick because I ain't even set that up. How y'all feel? First of all, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. How do y'all feel? Because I got beef with 2K right now.
I feel like the best. What you mean?
I got beef with 2K right now, but how y'all feel?
Everybody doing okay.
Perfect. Between these beautiful light-skinned idiots.
Shut up.
Hey,
The
Mika
weather
looking
was
so
beautiful
fine.
today.
Molly got her clavicles out. I preached upon request.
Why he put that in the chat?
Like
And I
this.
better see clavicle.
Y'all, Mika, I heard you had a fire show today.
Thank you. I did. I had fun. We were just talking. I'm getting better at the lives.
Mika shows are always good. She can carry the shows so well. She don't need anybody. Kudos to you.
Mika, I was genuinely locked in. Like I could not turn. I couldn't turn, bro. Like I was genuinely locked in.
I'm so proud of Mika. I'm so
Thank
proud.
you. And I saw 2K in there. Thank you.
I'm so proud of Mika. That's so dope. I love this.
I would watch your shows, and I don't doubt what these men are saying, but I'm so busy. I have no time to sit in front of
You know who caught one, so you don't have an excuse.
Who?
Carrie.
Carrie is stay-at-home mom.
I'm in the grocery store, but I caught it.
You know, I usually watch it. Today I was on a plane and traveling and trying to hurry up and get back to the city.
I was at the racetrack all day today.
Yeah.
Shout
out to Mika. Yo, 2K said some egregious shit right before we went live today.
Before you tell me, I'm gonna absolve myself from this conversation because I'm on uncle status right now because I only got 3 days a week.
2K says I think I'm the best father up on the panel.
I didn't say think. I said I am the best father on the panel.
Bullshit.
That's easy work, Anton.
How?
You just said it was hard though.
No. I'm saying no. Me claiming the title of best.
How?
Why? Why do you say that?
Because I got the man hours. Anton at work. The majority of the day.
Well, no, because listen, all right. Well, if you want to say the man hours, then you got to say I put in way more hours than you because you haven't even proven yourself. My daughter is 17. Yo, kid, you still got small kids.
Anton, see, listen, this is what you forget.
You got longevity, nigga.
My watch time hours is different. You got one person you watch for 17 years. I got 3 people. I've been watching.
How old is your oldest?
9.
That don't count. You ain't even close.
Times 3. Them watch time hours different, bro.
Nope, you're not close.
Okay, Anton, what's the thing?
Because you don't even know what it's like to deal with a young girl when she going into middle school. You don't know what it's like.
She drive, nigga. Every time she leave the house, her life is on the line, nigga.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about dealing with a young girl when she in high school. You don't know nothing about dealing with a girl when she turns 16 and she get her license. You don't know nothing about when they go through puberty. There's no way in the world you could ever even remotely compare it to what it is that I've been.
First of all, I still got my wife, so that counts as a older child. Okay.
What?
Yes.
Stop, 2K.
Hey, no, technically a woman, kid. No, technically a woman her mind don't evolve past the age of 14. Scientifically proven. Scientifically proven.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
Hey, but Anton, so check this out.
Hey, Mika.
Alone.
Do that thing we talked about.
If you listen. In 2020,
listen, I got a trophy for Father's Day. What yours?
Let me tell you something. If you can get to the point, this is how I know somebody is a successful father, especially of a girl. If you can get to the point where you can get your daughter pretty much through high school and they still a virgin, you won, nigga.
Dang.
Okay, Anton. So
verified.
My first daughter, I know I'm good. My second daughter,
because you got babies still.
No. My first daughter, good. I know she gonna make it to college with her virginity. It's my second daughter I'm worried about.
This is a weird conversation.
No, it's not. Bro.
It's not a real. This is a real conversation.
See, you did it when you know your kids. You know who at risk. See, you really don't qualify because you 2-3 days out the week.
Nigga, I qualify. I still know my fucking kid, nigga, like the back of my fucking hand.
Do you really?
Yes, I know every nigga. Yes, nigga.
You deal with the kids sometimes.
Like I think my she's gullible enough. She might do some fuck nigga shit.
No, that's unacceptable, bro.
Yes.
Listen, a lot of people when we be on Monday nights, a lot of people say I'm too strict and shit like that. It's funny because people say that I'm too strict. I guarantee you that if I called my daughter down here right now, she would say that I'm not strict at all. But see, that's the key, is that I don't have standards based off of what the world does. Mm-hmm. My standards is based off of the expectations that I have for her and the freedom that she has. She feels like she's freer than ever, but she doesn't live by the same standards of the world. So whereas the world feel like freedom is hoeing, slutting it out and all of that, that's not what my daughter believes that freedom is. My daughter believes that freedom is
in the face.
Huh?
I said it's kicking another bitch in the face.
Anton, this thing you did was stop at one. Because now it don't have to, you don't have to get one, the yin and the yang. That's why I messed up. I played the
as a father, I'm the GOAT. As a father, I'm the GOAT. There's nobody that can fuck with me as a father.
Anton, that's what you lose it. Now listen, pretty much everything else life concern, I bow down to you. But when it comes to this daddy shit, Anton, I do this shit.
No, bro. Nobody fucking with me as a father, bro.
Listen, I never see none of y'all kids running the room with y'all.
Hey, Carrie.
What do you mean?
Discipline, nigga.
She's 17. But see, here's the thing though, 2K, when you just starting to go, even as a content creator with your kids, my daughter was all over my videos. Like, you new to this.
No, I'm not.
You knew, father.
Until I got shows where I'm holding my baby the entire time.
But see, my advice to you would be keep your fucking kids off of the internet.
See, listen, when you were
have they act in the bed, nigga, my kids be sleeping at 8:30.
If you knew, then you would understand that. Listen, bro, I believe that the worst thing that you could possibly do is to expose your kids to the internet. And so what I've been able to successfully do, even as a content creator, and I'm the biggest in Michigan, make no mistake about it. Like, as a long form content creator, nobody does more views than me. Nobody does more watch hours than me. Nobody in the entire state. The thing about it is that what I've learned, I've been able to successfully raise my daughter out of the spotlight. out of the limelight. I've been able to preserve her childhood, preserve her sanity, keep her, you know what I'm saying, still operating with that innocent mindset, keep her a virgin, keep her grades up, keep her busy, all of that, bro. So
no,
I would suggest to people that get more visibility to keep your child off the fucking internet. I'm telling you.
It's my turn. I'm gonna plead my case. I have the oldest child on the panel.
That's a fact.
My grown child has made it to the ripe age of 20 years old. He lives by himself and he has his own business.
This nigga is 60.
That nigga don't 60, need me for shit.
Quentin in real life, Quentin is 60, y'all.
Yeah, because his kid like 30.
Listen, Anton, you never mastered this craft here. If you ever took your kids to the park and when you left, they didn't cry, you was a great dad. I guarantee you, your child cried.
They got the worst criteria ever, bro.
No, because your child cried when you took them from the park because they knew they wouldn't get no more fun. But they know what daddy, fun is limitless.
Like I see somebody in the chat and they say, man, skip that. Them YouTube child stars get money. It's not about money. It's about preserving their innocence. It's about allowing for them to grow up as children so that when they don't get 20 and 30 years old, they're not like these fucking child stars and say, I never had a childhood or any of this type of stuff. Y'all got to understand that money in every situation is not it is a tool. It is not there so that you can then sell your kids out or try to make them make money too fast. My daughter can't work. No, she got the rest of her life to work. She got the rest of her life to figure it out. She got the rest of her life to act like an adult. I'm not trying to push her to be anything. I want her to preserve her innocence. I want her to focus on things that 17-year-old girls do, high school, all of that type of stuff. It's not about money. It's not about trying to hurry up and get them to get. No, it's about maturing at the right time when she's ready. She don't need to be on social media. She don't need to do this. And she's happy. She's joyous. She wakes up every day and she's excited. And so that is what being a father is. That is protecting them while at the same time allowing for them to grow and mature at the right time so that you can present them in the best place possible. They don't have that generational trauma. They don't have this fucked up mentality. They're not trying to please the world. They're not doing none of that. They just living. They're living. That's what protection and provision looks like.
I'm the only nigga on here with a Father's Day trophy. All right. Until you can hold yours up, I ain't trying to hear it. I rebranded the DAD acronym. DAD is for discipline and direction. I get it in, Anton, and I stand beside that, bro. Like my kids.
Listen, I love it, bro. Because you know what?
I think congratulations. This is actually a good conversation, and congratulations to both of you guys. And I don't care who's better unless you're doing the best that you're.
No, I think that it's dope because too many times the conversation that happens in the community and on the internet and all across every single platform is how bad men are, how much they not in their child's lives, how much they deadbeat fathers, how we only pay child support. That's bullshit because every guy that I know, every guy that I'm cool with, including 2K, including Quentin, are present. They participate. They are very much integrated in what their kids is doing and in their child's lives, especially their daughters. And they still present, you know what I'm saying, as masculine. It's a false narrative that guys don't care about their children. It is a lie. It is one of the biggest lies that they continue to perpetuate that people use as ammunition against men, and I know that it's a lie.
You know what? I got one of the biggest compliments from a woman like 3 weeks ago, and she said, "For you to have such big dick energy, you're so sweet to your daughter." I said, "For real, I do."
I knew Slimmy was gonna go off camera. I knew it. Hey, Slimmy tried his hardest to just stay on camera. Stay on frame.
That's what she said. She said you got big dick energy,
Quentin,
but you
were you more excited about the first part of what she said or the second part?
Both of it. I already knew I was my daughter. I didn't know I had big dick energy. I was like, oh, for real? Me, nigga?
Quinn, that was a loose coochie answer she gave you. I ain't putting no merit on that, man.
I'll pass on that. No comments.
Who the one that be in the back?
Back to
Okay.
normal, man.
Who's the little one that always run in the back? Every time I watch your lives, it's one little one in the diaper that run in the back.
That's Bricks. It used to be Ivy, but that's Bricks now.
Ain't Brick Stephen A. Smith's character on Days of Our Lives?
Nah, Bricks is
Slimmy tried his hardest to stay on camera.
my son got the coolest name on the panel by far. Bricks.
What's his name?
So out of line.
Brix. Bricks.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bricks.
my son got a normal last name. That nigga named Braden.
It sounds like one of them English names.
Yeah. It's some trap shit, but that was my last. I was yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and get this started. Before we get it started, I'm gonna read some of the super chats, but I do want to shout out to all of it. I ain't waiting till Father's Day. Shout out to the guys that participate in their kids' lives, that don't get the accolades, that don't get the acknowledgement, that never get celebrated. We celebrate y'all over here. Shout out to the good fathers. Shout out to the mothers that work hard to make sure that they not bitter, even if they broke up. Whether you in a relationship, you're not in a relationship, you very much understand the role of a strong father in the life of these kids. Shout out to all of the mothers and the fathers that play huge roles to not let their kids grow up as sassy and busted and dusty. All right. Shout out to all of y'all. Okay. All right. Now we got to get into the most difficult part of the conversation. So we got a lot of subjects to cover tonight, y'all. Look at this.
Molly.
That nigga like white girls too.
Molly, what'd you think?
What?
I'm curious.
She already said.
Missed it?
I thought it was okay. I think the
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
What are y'all talking about?
Sinners.
All right, so hold on. I got y'all.
I ain't seen it yet. Hold on.
Nah, we about to
They're
talk
just gonna
about.
tell if it's good or bad. They ain't gonna
I'm
talk
not
about it.
spoiling it. I'm not spoiling it.
So
He just
I just
actually
wanted
didn't
to
like
make
it.
sure that I got the title up, but let me say this. Slimmy said you've seen it how many times?
3.
That's ridiculous.
Slimmy has seen it 3 times.
This nigga ain't
I've
know.
seen it personally also. Molly has went and seen it. Who else has seen it? Has anybody else seen Sinners?
I just know Michael B. Jordan sucks.
All
You
right.
say what? Wait,
He
say that
didn't
again.
suck.
Michael B. Jordan movie sucked. His best movie was Fruitvale Station by far.
No, he was in Black Panther. That's not true.
No,
Fruitvale
that's
Station.
Oh, his acting
He's
sucked.
a good actor. He's a good
Nah,
actor.
he mid at best.
No, he's good in Creed. He's good in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he definitely dope in Creed.
He's
Michael
good in a
B.
lot of
Jordan is not a top tier actor to me, bro. I don't know why they keep force feeding us.
because he
but
does
he's like,
numbers and he's a good actor.
and he's in his 30s. Give him some time. Let him perfect his craft.
Patty said the movie was amazing.
Yeah, like I remember, man. This somebody that dude was on The Wire, so it's gonna take time. Like
That's the only one I've seen.
Most people from The Wire got typecasted, and they've never really done much.
No, Michael B. Jordan has done some significant things.
Yeah.
I like
I don't
his.
think I've ever seen a Michael B. Jordan movie.
I don't. It's not.
Michael B. Jordan is. I like Michael.
Not a
I haven't never seen
Creed,
one either.
nice.
We're in the same boat.
Creed, nice.
Creed
Michael
one.
B. Jordan is dope. Bro.
I didn't see
Creed,
that movie.
nice.
I didn't watch Creed either.
I didn't see that movie.
I watched Duplicity though by Tyler Perry.
Don't do
You
that.
know what?
Fruitvale Station and that movie that he did with Jamie Foxx. To me, that was his best.
Oh, and Michael B. Jordan got that action movie from
What is
what's his name?
What stop?
What's his name? It's like Redemption or something like that.
I know what you're talking about. I seen it, bro. That shit
I have not seen not one Michael B. Jordan movie.
Y'all listen.
He's straight as an actor. He's
You
straight.
might not be a movie person. You might not be out like watching movies like that.
Me?
Nah, Mika.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just don't like his movies that well, bro.
But did you see Sinners, nigga?
Not yet. I'm going to see this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what did you think about it, Molly?
I thought it was all right. I feel like it's probably a little overhyped. But I mean, it was nice seeing him play something different outside of like just drama and action because it is a horror movie. But I mean, I probably won't go to the movies to see it 3 times, but it's worth a
You
watch.
like
I'll put it
horror
like
movies,
that.
right?
Yes.
You like okay, all right.
Yes.
There's
What do you
only
think
one.
about it? What
There's
do you
only
think
one
about it?
movie.
What do you
I
think
think
about it as a horror
Abigail
movie?
was a better vampire movie, but
Oh wait, it's a horror movie? Because
mhm.
that's
I
my
saw that.
genre.
It was kind of weird when I saw
It's
that.
a horror movie, but like it was certain parts like that got a little artsy fartsy for me, and I was like,
Artsy fartsy. What does that mean?
That mean like real.
musical-ish.
You
That's not
super
my
fine
thing.
today, Molly. What you do different?
I don't know.
I just-
Put on eye
Okay.
makeup.
morning.
Thank you though.
My bad. Continue. My
I
bad.
But I think it's worth a watch. It's definitely worth a watch.
I'm gonna go check it out, bro.
There's
I don't want to say
definitely
too
better
much.
vampire movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're
Listen,
better vampire
trust me,
It's
movies.
better than
No.
Interview with the Vampire.
No,
I love
no.
vampire movies.
It's
Like
nowhere
it-
near
it's-
better.
Look, I'm not
But he
racist,
did
No,
good.
you can't use a classic though. And like
It is a super
Why
racist
can't
movie.
you can't
It
use
is
Why
like,
can't you?
racist.
That's the only thing we
But
have.
that's
to
why I
compare it
said.
against.
That's why I looked at Slim. I was like, why not?
no.
Why
It's
what?
so if like you put it on in vampire movies, it's gonna be low tier.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real
Yeah,
low tier.
that-
But the
that's
cinematography is amazing.
Is
Like,
it better
You
than
think
Vampire
so?
in
the way
Brooklyn?
the way that it's
No,
filmed, better than Vampire in Brooklyn.
Anton.
no.
I
Can
don't
we
know.
be honest? Can we all be honest as black people?
What's that?
Spike Lee, all his movies, the majority of Spike Lee movies are overrated.
But that's Ryan Coogler. That's not Spike Lee.
Yeah, that's
No. I'm just saying. Like I'm trying to.
Hey, 2K,
Yeah, I
stop.
just watched the
stop.
trailer. That's not my cup of
Stop.
tea.
Stop,
Listen,
man.
Black
Stop. I'm
people
not.
told me
Stop,
that
man.
Slimming was a top 10 movie of.
You say what?
Black people told me that Queen and Slim was a top 10 movie of a
I
decade.
didn't like that movie.
No, that's not a great movie.
Hey, listen, I do not fuck with when black people give me a review on a movie, bro. I rarely.
You know what? Now that Slimmy has said what he said, and I know who Slimmy is, I know why Slimmy is willing to seen it 3 times. Because Slimmy is in the photography. Slimmy is in cinematography. So Slimmy is looking at it from a completely different lens than maybe what me and Molly is looking at it like.
Oh yeah, like when he said he did it in this 70 millimeter Supermax film, I was just like, yo.
Yeah.
So like
I understand what you're saying, Slimmy.
Like when you look at it from that point of view, I can't take nothing away from him. The actual plot of the movie, like I said, the execution of it is not good. You know, as far as like telling the story, trying to mix everything in there, like everything that they tried to blend together, that's not very well.
I like the character development. I didn't like the vampire part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do the vampire part is what's missing.
Yeah.
Like you don't see like in any vampire movie, and I don't want to give it away, but any vampire movie, you're not going hand to hand with a vampire. It's over for you. Facts. So it's like that part of it is suspect. You feel me? So like that's why I want to.
Hold on, except for Underworld, didn't they do that in Underworld?
Yeah, no, it's not.
No. Well, Underworld,
she was fighting
different.
Victor.
She's different.
No, Underworld was a great vampire series.
Yeah, she's different.
Underworld was vampires versus lichens. So it was werewolves versus vampires.
But didn't she fight Victor?
What?
Yeah, but
she was a vampire though.
But she's strong though.
She's a vampire.
But isn't he saying the vampires are fighting the vampires?
No, she was saying it was humans versus vampires.
Yeah, it was humans going hand to hand.
Yeah,
I got you.
That's why it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, but Slimmy, you looking at it from the lens of how they filmed it, the cinematography.
Yeah. Oh man,
I get what you're saying now.
That shit look good.
That makes sense.
It look good, man. Like he did, and Ryan Coogler did an excellent job, man.
Yeah,
but as far as the writer didn't do such a great job because the cohesiveness.
Let me tell you, I like
cohesiveness of the story.
I liked what they did. The reason that I like what they did, I don't put it in the same vein as what black people don't take anything and make it great because it's blackity black. All right. Yeah. That's problematic to me because then they're not able to be objective and you know what I'm saying, have a real opinion of my own because most of these motherfuckers is just leapfrogging off of what everybody else is saying.
Right.
I like the movie because I did like the cinematography. I like the character development, but more importantly, I like that it was different and it was an original.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you get movies that are originals now. You can't get an original R-rated movie hardly anywhere. Everything is a reboot. Everything is a redo. Everything is inspired by. Then when motherfuckers can't get creative no more, then they do prequels. I don't like that shit. I like original good movies. I like the fact that he played a twin. It was two of them. The cinematography behind that shit, I couldn't figure it out, bro.
I couldn't
It wasn't
either.
like it wasn't like they were standing in the same frame. In the very beginning, the camera is moving around and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, how did they do that? How was he talking to himself? And
Yeah.
All
I
of
thought
that was dope as
it made
hell.
me forget it was him. He was the same person for a second.
Yeah.
That part was
And
good. He
the
did
good part, they had a lot of one-shot scenes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of scenes where it was just one long shot.
Continuous.
Yeah. When she
I
walked
don't-
when she
I
went to
don't-
get her
I
mom,
don't
when she
look
went
at
to get her
movies
mom
like
from the
any of this
store,
stuff.
that scene was amazing.
Yeah.
When she went to get her from the store,
I just watch movies. I don't think when I watch movies.
No,
oh man, all this shit matters. All this shit matters.
I like the fact that
it
his
gives you an
girl,
appreciation for it.
he had a regular ass girl. He, like the South back then. It wasn't some supermodel shit that he had a regular fucking girl, bro. And that was dope. That was real dope. So it was a lot of good in the movie.
The only movie I've ever watched more than one time is Takers.
Taker?
Oh, really?
That's it.
Bro, the first three, bro.
I love that movie.
The first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones, bro. If
You say what?
I never watched Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, unmatched.
It's good. I just started the book.
Heck, bro.
Unmatched.
That show is awesome.
Unmatched.
Hey man, I'm sorry, man. I ain't arguing with nobody. That's the greatest thing that happened to TV.
And they was killing main characters like what the fuck wrong with
I'm
y'all?
sorry. I knew Anton was gonna sign off. I knew because he
No,
told
you
me.
said that's the greatest thing that ever happened to TV, dog.
Yes, sir.
Game
Yes,
of
sir.
Y'all smoking crack?
No, that show
Yes,
is
sir.
awesome.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are
It's
literally.
good, but it's not the best.
Yes, sir. No, it is. That is
the greatest thing that ever happened.
That is the best thing that happened. It changed the way character development is in shows. It literally did.
No. The Walking Dead has been beat.
Wire
I'm
number
sorry.
one.
The Walking Dead.
is
The
Wire.
Hold on. When the Walking Dead start?
Game of Thrones number 2.
Like 2007 or 8, a long time ago.
I watched. When did it? What year though? Because I watched
Like
The Walking Dead from the
07 or 8
second
probably.
episode to the very end.
Walking Dead came on when Power came out.
I love Power. That's the best show that ever hit the TV.
Y'all are horrible. I'm not starting no movie review or no TV show reviews no more.
I'm telling you, bro.
Horrible, bro.
You got
Game of Thrones is crazy, man.
You have not finished The Boys yet.
I'm not finishing that shit.
That's yeah.
It's hard.
Game of Thrones.
Movie reviews.
2011.
Horrible. I can't do this shit. Y'all said Power. Fucking
Game of Thrones.
bro.
The only thing that can fuck with Game of Thrones is The Wire. The Wire is flawless through and through. Jesus. The Game of Thrones dropped the ball they last season. On the
last season for Game of Thrones.
Grey's Anatomy slaps too.
Well,
bro.
because it's based off of books, and I think they got more seasons than books. So they had to. They just made something.
They had to wing it. They had to wing the last season.
Yeah.
And that's where you seen.
I'm not even mad at how it went down. To be honest, I liked it.
Yeah. Once never mind. I ain't gonna get a show.
No, horrible, bro.
No, Game of Thrones is amazing.
Hands
it is amazing.
Oh yeah,
it
I
is
like
amazing.
Blacklist,
especially the part where they run her through the town, the shame.
Yeah, that's why I always be saying that. People probably don't be paying that shit no attention. Shame.
I like when the dude off himself when he just jumped out the window. That shit called me like that was crazy, bro.
King Joffrey was my favorite though. I was so sad when he
the crazy one.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was my
That little
favorite.
boy
He had
was
so much
nuts.
swag. He had so
That
much
little boy was
swag.
Yeah,
nuts.
you
His
something wrong with
outfits
you, Molly. Yeah.
impeccable.
Molly, how do you
I mean,
like
he was
the
evil, but
most
he was like the best one.
absolute worst character ever?
He was the best because
And
he was
he like
Man,
swagged
that
out.
motherfucker was horrible. He was
he like
dumb
the
as
white
fuck.
dude from
He was
That's
Home
why he got
Alone.
psychotic.
smoked.
He like the white dude from Home Alone, but 30 times worse.
No, he like what was the problem child? Macaulay Culkin as
The
what was
good
it? The
son.
bad kid, the good son. Yes, that's who he was.
That
That's
nigga horrible. Yeah.
He was just
He
bad.
played that
that
role.
dude was garbage.
See.
I
He
think he
was
stopped
garbage,
acting after
man.
that role because it was so intense.
Oh yeah, no. He probably got to mentally just recuperate from doing that shit. He was fucking evil
That
incarnated.
Yeah.
Black and Beauty's a pretty good show too.
You
The
know
fuck
what?
is that?
Something about Tyler
Mm.
Perry, probably.
Oh, he in the Tyler Perry.
He be
Oh,
on
I don't watch
It's
it.
not by Tyler Perry. It's on Netflix though. It's good. It's real good.
Who is it produced by?
I don't know none of
Tyler
that.
Perry
I
Studios.
just watched
Game
the
of
show.
Thrones is not soft porn. No
I watch Buddha Talk 10 before I watch a Tyler Perry movie.
facts.
Damn,
Definitely
y'all hate
wouldn't.
that.
Y'all are the worst, bro. Y'all
Why
are
do
I
black
can't
people
watch
hate
that.
black people? That's so
We
weird.
don't. Tyler
No,
Perry.
I don't like guys that put on dresses.
Nigga, you getting timed out. I don't let nobody talk shit to me in the chat, nigga. Bye. See you in 5 minutes.
Damn, Mike.
Anyways, y'all ready to get started with the show? Let me read some of these super chats. Y'all
I don't know why are people sus because they watch Grey's Anatomy, nigga.
Y'all disappointed me, bro.
I fucking white bitches, nigga. You gotta watch Grey's if you fuck
What,
white
so,
bitches.
Anton, before you just switch over, what's your number one top show?
It's The Wire.
Of all time,
Yeah.
it's The Wire. Number
I can agree
two,
with that.
number
Yeah.
two is Breaking Bad.
No hell.
Absolutely.
Oh wait. Where's what you call it on Netflix?
Prison Break was really good.
Netflix.
Why?
They got
Ozark.
Ozark.
Yeah,
Ozark was
very
good as shit. Yeah,
Ozark was
that was good.
Ozark is up there. Breaking Bad is a clear. Breaking Bad is 1B.
You can't say Breaking Bad if you never watched Game of Thrones.
I have watched Game of Thrones.
You couldn't.
No, he's not
They're not the same.
He's not
thing.
gonna finish Game of Thrones.
That's why I said
he's not
it.
gonna finish it.
He didn't want. He
not
watched
gonna
2
fuck with
seconds
that.
of The Boys.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
If he tried to
2
It
seconds.
was one episode.
A lot,
It took Anton a whole weekend to get through half of the episode.
Mika, a lot happens in the first 2 seconds of The Boys. That's when
Anton ain't serious.
For y'all to not even have mentioned Breaking Bad as one of the top of all time shows me where y'all mentality.
Breaking Bad. You weren't even
Breaking Bad is up there. We always talk about it every time. I'm just talking about Game of Thrones tonight.
I've never seen it.
You missing out. You gotta watch it, Queen.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, like Breaking Bad.
Game of Thrones. I don't watch none of that shit. Y'all niggas.
Hey, y'all, what up?
Teen Wolf and Dawson's Creek.
Breaking Bad
was the motherfucking shit.
The spinoffs for Breaking Bad are good. The spinoffs for Breaking Bad.
Better
Like,
Call Saul.
yeah, Better Call Saul. Like,
all right, y'all. We got to get deep into the show. Let me read some of these super chats. Going father for father, black men is on top. Shout out to African greatness. Mr. Robinson says, I missed your live show earlier, so I went back and watched it. And yes, you are definitely doing a great job, babe. Hold on, let me read that again. I missed your live show earlier, so I went back and watched it. And yes, you are definitely doing a great job, babe. A great job. Good job, babe. Grabs chin and kisses forehead.
That is so.
I don't like this. It's
That's
more like
so
you have to grab them
weird.
right here and kiss their forehead.
Anton and 2K.
Calypso says, kudos to the
Organ.
dad fight. You love to see it. Tamatel says, Anton, can I bring you to the front of the congregation? Yeah, send us another super chat and tell us what you want to say. Antonio Watkins says, I'm the best dad. Y'all tripping? Yeah, bring me to the front of the congregation. Send another super chat and say what you got to say. MP says, respectfully, I think I got y'all both beat on fatherhood. I have 3 daughters too. I'm just glad we're all proof that black fathers are present. Facts. Devastator says, facts. Shout out to my pops. Fatty says, the movie is amazing. Yeah, I think it's dope. Y'all changed my perspective a little bit. African greatness says, we lost
reviews don't
Chadwick.
matter.
We lost Chadwick, and now we got to settle for Michael B. Jordan. Facts, 2K. I like Michael B. Jordan. Victor Williams says, And he's a very unproblematic actor. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't get caught up in shit.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. He just do his job, and you don't hear him getting into no mess. Victor Williams says, I haven't watched Sinners yet, but I just know Van Helsing is better. Showcase Classic says Ryan Coogler wrote and directed Sinners. Rio says, can we please have the panel rank the 3 Fridays?
That's easy.
And the order that motherfucker came out.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that is
Agreed.
Finally, we all agree on something. Yeah. African Radio says Casino has some of the best. Yeah, Casino did have some of the best cinematography. Victor Williams says Game of Thrones is the worst show, overhyped, oversexed, and have the worst fans. Y'all only like trendy shows.
What?
Shout out to
Shut
Victor
the fuck up, Victor.
Shout out to Victor Williams.
Hey,
Shout out to Victor Williams. Showcase Classic says another thing that I loved about Sinners is it didn't promote an LGBTQ community agenda or political.
But it's a 10 then. Fucking full blown 10.
Yeah. Everything we complain about Hollywood doing, Ryan Coogler didn't do it. Facts. That is a fact too. Antonio Watkins says Aquila and the Bee and Coming to America is the only movies I will watch on my own more than once. Aquila and the Bee. Aquila and the Bee.
Aquila and the Bee was a good movie.
Whatever,
we got some real emotional guys. KL says I seen Sinners last Thursday. Is my thoughts was it was decent, but I wasn't so moved by it. I like some of the things about it, but it becoming like Black Panther, the first one, when almost everyone made a big hype about it. Yeah, that's true. Aaron Smitty says from that first scene, I knew Breaking Bad was special. Mm-hmm. Chase 40 says, I just wanted to say I believe Corey Kenshin is probably the biggest Detroit, Michigan YouTuber. Let me look him up.
Hey, Mika, check your text messages.
Kenshin.
Damn. She logged off. She logged off from a text.
Yeah, that's a fact. If he is he from Detroit though? He's from Detroit. If he's from Detroit, then yeah, he definitely the biggest YouTuber. That's a fact.
What's his name?
Corey Kenshin.
What's his platform about?
I don't know, but he's doing.
I think he might be from Farmington Hills.
No,
he's from Detroit.
From Detroit, big dog. From Detroit.
Yeah, it's not the same.
What's Farmington Hills? Suburbs.
Yeah,
it's like it's a richy area.
Yeah, it looks like he got a lot of
Is he a gamer?
He a gamer. Yeah, they play gamer.
I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, he a gamer. He definitely doing his thing. Shout out to him.
I'll be saying I'm gonna turn on my camera when I'm playing my video games, but I can't do it.
Shout out to him. Mr. Robinson says, y'all smoking crack. Game of Thrones is great, but it's not touching Breaking Bad. Yes, Tuco Salamanca, Gus. Listen, Gus Fring may be one of the greatest villains of all time, bro. Absolutely, I agree with you, Mr. Robinson. Martin Muhammad says my top 3 are The Wire, The Sopranos, and Entourage. Interesting.
Oh, Entourage is good.
Entourage, yeah, that was good.
That is good.
Sopranos is slept on. In my opinion, The Matrix is the best movie of all time.
Dumb. No, The Matrix.
No, The Matrix. The
Matrix fire.
It's fire.
The Matrix is fire.
Godfather of Harlem, all the Queensmen, Beauty and the Black, and Family Businesses are all fire. Yeah. Powerpuff Girls all day, says Brandon. Lesson.
You're definitely a millennial.
I got a question for you, just in your honest to God opinion, because you just came in here. No, do you think I'm a strict father?
No.
Dad, she laughed at your bitch ass nigga.
No. That's great. That's your honest opinion. I'm not supposed to be strict. That's
what he said. He said that she would say no.
That's literally what my whole point was.
Yeah, that's what she
said. So you said you don't think that I'm strict?
If you were strict, then I would hide stuff.
You're not strict. I heard what Rita told you the other day. You give her Leslie anything she wants.
No, that's
nah, nigga. I heard.
All you gotta do is ask her. She right here. Do I give you everything? Honest to God, do I give you everything you want?
No, not everything.
Nigga, she has a Raptor and a TRX. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about for real? It's no bullshit. And
Nigga, she has more car than most niggas having a fucking. What you mean?
she got it painted pink. Like she got.
Be quiet. She'll tell you. Say what you was just saying.
Because I earned it. Like I'm blessed, but I don't just get it just because.
What'd you say? What else you was? You said you was
blessed
and
in
privileged.
the city.
Yeah.
We're blessed in the field.
Do you want a regular job?
No. No, thank you.
Actually, have Anton never whooped you before?
I've been whooped.
By Anton?
By Anton?
I've been like, not like whooped, not for real whooped.
Oh, man, hold on. Hell no, Anton.
Why Anton keep looking back at the camera?
I'm looking at her and then I look back at the screen.
Anton, you ain't never put belt to ass? I don't want to hear.
Not a belt, but it's been his hand, yeah, but
oh, hell no, he ain't no real dad. Oh,
What?
Oh, you paid somebody, you paid Rita to do it. You ain't slide yourself, Anton.
No, listen, the only time that I've ever had to discipline her like that is when she was a lot younger.
If she ain't bad, what's the point of discipline?
Yeah, I'm not the type of father to go and find something wrong and then do it. I'm the type of dad that I believe that you put it in them young. So I got on her when she was really young. And ever since then, she's been incredibly transparent. Like she will come to me and tell me whatever problems that she has. She will be absolutely transparent and honest, and she does it proactively. And that way we can solve for it before it becomes a problem, before she get herself into situations. She doesn't have trouble. She don't get into troubles. She's literally straight A's. And she comes to me and asks me my advice. She talks to me about every single thought that's on her mind. And we don't have those problems. So the thing that I think that parents do wrong a lot of times is they think that they could just beat the hell out of their kid and that's the end of it. Yeah. No, you have to teach them how to think for themselves because, like, I'll give you an example. I think that there's two types of kids that get disciplined. The first kid is, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to get in trouble, because I don't want to get a whooping. The second kid is, I'm not going to do this because this is not the right thing to do.
It's wrong.
Both kids are not going to do the wrong thing, but one of them is not doing it so that they don't get in trouble by you. That's the type of kid that then go off to college and be fucked up and they be doing all of the wild shit. The other kid is not doing it because they've been taught to think for themselves and they've been taught not to do it because it's not of us. It's not our moral compass. You got to pay for that when you get older. This is going to be the consequences and you're going to have to then suffer as a result of it. I teach my daughter how to think. I don't give her the solutions. I frame the scenario when she comes to me and I say, okay, listen, how do you think that this is going to play out or whatever it is? Everything is situational. But unless you have that deep connection, unless you have that relationship with your child, I don't believe that you have to whoop your kid past a certain age or when they get to a certain age. I don't believe in putting my hands on my kid.
Ava's 9 and she's never had a whooping.
What, nigga?
I never got one.
Listen, bro.
Me either.
I'm in the field with the kid, like, because at the end of the day, there has to be actions behind the word.
Not if your kids are obese. Like some kids are just good kids, and they don't.
I never got to think it. I didn't cause no problem.
And I'm not a habitual whooper. I promote critical thinking as well. But
you got a 9. Your oldest is 9. It doesn't count.
How come it don't? How you gonna discredit?
Because you don't. Because. Tell me. Because then you would have to tell me what they would did to warrant that type of discipline once they got 14, 15,
past 5 or something. Yeah, that's weird.
9 years old, you ain't even had no time to even figure out what the hell is going on yet.
My nigga, bro. No, so okay, so the most I whoop for, first of all, is life-changing thing.
Like what, nigga?
So
fuck the suspense, nigga. Get to it.
So if you were to, like, as a child, let's say my baby was,
nigga, spit it out. What did they do?
My nigga, don't rush.
Nigga, like, why you taking so long, nigga?
So the first time I ever spanked my daughter, she was 9 months. I hit on the hand.
What, nigga?
No, see, listen, y'all be giving. Listen, these kids are smart.
This nigga said 9 months, nigga.
This is why she received the whooping, because when I called her name, she jumped. She knew that she was doing something wrong. So I boop, 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 boop. And I ain't had to get too many ass whoopings, but
That's not a whooping. That's a
whooping,
pop.
nigga. That's love taps.
That's like a pop.
At 9 months, this is a whooping. Now,
Nigga, no,
once
you hurt her
3 or
feelings,
4,
nigga, not her skin.
Once you touch 3 or 4, and I caught you trying to put the damn the knife inside the socket, you getting an ass whooping for that. That's life threatening to you. You need to know not to do that.
Okay, so this is the thing that I see with people when they do give whoopings, they don't talk afterwards, right? They don't say, "Hey, this is what you were doing wrong." They just whoop.
Oh no. We definitely discussed the ass whooping, and this is an important part.
There's all this thing in children. It's called operant conditioning.
Fellas, do not ever forget this step here. If you whoop your daughter, do not console her immediately. You never want
what?
Her. No. Listen, Q Diddy. You never want her to have you confused. Okay, he just whooped me. He just came and it's okay, because that'll start a pattern with a man who beating her ass.
Nigga, don't hit her at all then. If that's what you're worried about, don't hit your girl daughter, nigga.
I whoop her. Wait, I de-escalate the situation, and then we talk about why this took place.
That's why you gotta hold her and console her and tell us it's gonna be okay.
I'm not holding her.
You can't do this anymore, sweetheart. You pat her fucking back of the head.
Nah, hell no. You don't.
Oh my god, man.
Bro, what do I like? What do I look like whooping this girl? Like, are you kidding me?
Daddy.
Quentin Marshmallow. Oh, he didn't marshmallow on her.
All right, hold on, y'all. We got to get into the show because we're getting behind. Let me read a couple more.
Oh yeah, my personal trainer said I can't be up all night doing this no more because I need more sleep.
I recently bought Corey Kenshin's manga book. I bought the book last year. Just got it. First manga book I ever read. Shout out to him. Damian Hudson says Corey Kenshin doesn't curse, and even though he plays horror games, his videos are riddled with Bible verses and motivation for the youth. Dope. That's dope. Executive Suite Emily says Mika is Bizak, putting in that work in the gym because the face is slim. Bars. Molly with the smoky eyes. I let Anton down. I'm crashing out tonight. Chase and Tien says just got here, but don't be a menace is one of my faves. RM says Enter the Dragon with Jim Kelly and Dirty Harry and Kill Bill are my top. My top 3 movies, says Martin Muhammad, is The Godfather, The Matrix, and Wedding Crashers. I guess that's what he meant to say. I like Wedding Crashers. Shout out to you, Martin Muhammad. Chase 40 says major respect to your platform, shining bright out of Detroit. Big love to the panel. Rising back, Chaser, ready to level up with a coaching goal. Victor Williams says a belt is never needed. And Live from the Motherland says there's definitely a combination of physical discipline and emotional support. Overdo either one, and the kid is probably cooked. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all.
I think y'all niggas is just beating y'all's kids just for the sake of giving their ass a whooping. Shit.
Maybe. All right, y'all. I'm going to read the rest of these super chats shortly. Quasar, I got you shortly, but I got to get into the show. So, first major thing that I want to talk about is Shannon Sharpe is reportedly being removed from ESPN. All right. So let me go ahead and show this really quickly, and I'm going to speak to it, and I'm going to throw it to y'all. So, Carrie, I'm going to come to you first, and then Molly, I'm coming to you next, and then Mika, I'm coming to you next before I come to the guys. Says on Thursday, which is today, Hall of Fame tie-in and media personality Shannon Sharpe announced that he'll be stepping aside from ESPN until the start of the NFL preseason. As it turns out, ESPN was ready to push him to the sideline if he hadn't voluntarily walked away. He announced his decision to exit for ESPN for now. ESPN said, "This is a statement. This is a serious situation. We agree with Shannon's decision to step away." And now, obviously, the other question is this podcast deal. So, what do you guys think about Shannon Sharpe basically being sidelined temporarily for or from ESPN until the start of the NFL preseason?
I mean, I think that was probably a good strategic approach for ESPN, because they probably catching heat, I guess. I mean, honestly, I don't really know why companies decide to do those things unless they're getting pressure from, I guess, maybe, I don't know, like their board, I don't know who would be in this instance. Like, are women pursuing ESPN? I don't know.
Probably
I guess,
sponsorships or
yeah,
advertisers.
yeah. So, I mean, if I were over ESPN, I wouldn't let what happened with Shannon Sharpe mess my money up. It's unfortunate, but I think this goes back to what we were talking about the other night. Y'all got mad, but these are the types of things that, like it or not, you're putting yourself in a position to potentially have happen to you when your name is at the front of the, in front of everybody for negative reasons. So it's probably, sucks, but they're not letting them go forever. They just want it to die down.
Yet.
You don't think they'll bring, I mean, well, I don't know. Because I also don't know the value of Shannon Sharpe to ESPN because I don't watch him on ESPN. So I don't have as good of a reference point. Okay. So then if he did good numbers for them, then I think that he probably has a good chance of coming back, because once this dies down, people forget about it. Ain't nobody gonna care.
Molly, thoughts?
I think it was to be expected. Hopefully, other women don't come out of the woodwork and start accusing him of things, and like that would be the last thing he would need. I mean, I hate that it happened to him, but at the same time, you guys kind of know how I feel about it. So he was sleeping with questionable women. He got what comes with that.
Questionable
So,
kids.
and then it's like it's a little weird too, because I thought he was like blackety black, and to crash out over a white girl.
Hey,
It's the girls'
Like,
time to talk.
and you know what I'm saying? So
Carrie,
I was confused. I thought he was a blackety black. So
you did?
white girl. He's always
No,
talking about. He started his statement
no,
off by saying he was a black man, and they're trying to take the black man down.
no. He's not.
Yes, isn't he one of those?
Did they lie?
But
He ain't no black. No, he ain't no blackity black like that.
I know he's not. Obviously, look who he's getting caught up with. But
A basic white girl. She basic
I,
as
I,
fuck.
I feel bad if he didn't do anything, and that makes no sense. But at the same time, accountability.
Mika?
Well, the first part, I think old girl is lying because she keeps going back to talk about whatever, and then she got hard again. So she says. So none of those times she went and did anything criminal. She didn't file anything criminal. From the text messages I saw, it looks like that's what she likes doing. That audio I heard about is ridiculous because it just sounds like, somebody that's just annoyed. You say, if you say that again, I'm gonna choke you. And then on the other side, he knows she's a freak, so she liked being choked. So I didn't see anything wrong there either. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the hoopla about, really. And then on the other side, I think ESPN is just trying to wait for it to die down. I don't think they're going to get rid of him, not at all. I think Shannon Sharpe is a asset, but in this day and age, I do think they'll probably try to keep him before they just release him. So,
Slimmy?
I'm kind of like conflicted about the whole thing because, like, on one hand, you do want to move smarter as a man. Like, that was my whole premise of the whole situation. That was my whole thoughts about the whole situation. Excuse me. You want to move smarter as a man, but on the other hand, for a man to be removed from a position or forced to be removed from a position without a trial, like that's crazy. Like that's crazy. And it's almost like you guilty, like no matter what. So if somebody just comes out and says something about you, you're fucked.
Saying.
So I mean, like it's I don't like I said, like it's men that's doing this though. So it's so hard to just really have a real, true statement about it because it's men controlling this shit.
Slim,
It's men letting this shit happen.
What you missing in all of it is men that like men that is letting this shit happen.
Yeah, it's bitch assness.
Okay, like, can I talk or you want to go to Q Diddy?
I do want to say one other thing though. I think because his lawyer outed him and told about
we're gonna get there. We're not going there yet. We're gonna get there.
So if I'm Shannon, this is my time to stick it to the motherfucking man right here. Oh shit. And what I mean by that, I'm so tired of companies taking us for everything we got, but not taking us for us. If this come with me, I need you to stick beside me. When the ratings get low and people start turning the channel and don't want to watch us, I'm still on this network. I'm still holding it down. This is what Shannon need to do. He need to tell ESPN, fuck your show. He the reason motherfuckers watching now. Do his show strictly off online. And I'll be more petty. I'll go back to Fox and hook up with Skip again and be their competition.
That ain't gonna work.
If advertisers don't want to deal with the network because they have Shannon Sharpe, they're going to get rid of Shannon Sharpe.
Have that covered. They probably have that covered in the contract.
Listen,
that ain't gonna work.
It's kind of like the John Morant shit. Okay, y'all like when this nigga can put a hole in the basket. He's stylish. He got motherfucking influence. But when I'm myself, and it's too much of myself, you no longer with me. It's fuck me.
John Morant was not himself. He was being a hood booger, and he's not from the hood. What are you talking about?
Take me as I am.
I don't know that.
He's from the suburbs.
Take me as I am, or don't take me at all. That's why I don't work for nobody. Because you're not finna get the best features of me, and then when I mess up like every man do, you cut me loose. Fuck
it's called business, 2K. Get your feelings out of it.
Wait, hold on. Pause for 1 second, Molly.
No 2K. One caught up the women when they were talking.
Hold on. 2K, you just said when I mess up, like men always do. So you acknowledging that Shannon Sharpe messed up?
No, I'm saying like every man does. We all mess up, Molly. That's why Jesus died for our sins.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're saying that Shannon messed up.
No, I'm not saying that. We talked about this the other day. The woman got free range to cause reputational damage. Okay, with no evidence, like Slimmy said, he's losing his job. I would tell
I'm just saying, you just said that. You said that when I mess up, like men do, I need somebody to stay by my side.
Like
as if you're Shannon.
Nobody's perfect.
As if Shannon messed up, right?
Nobody's perfect.
The mess up.
Slimmy, I'm with you. But 2K, that wasn't his perspective the other night. So I'm just wondering.
Listen, he didn't mess up. But listen, if I get blamed for something,
I got you. I'm being funny.
Act as if I did mess up. Like, damn, how many times have the people messed up the show? Did I terminate my contract? Why I can't be here? So I'm just saying, like, man, I'm tired of these corporations jugging us for every fucking thing, and then somebody come out with a fake allegation, then it's fuck us. Like Jonathan Majors.
Well, no one seems to want to put money together to make their own network.
Exactly. So. They're playing the games. Playing the games.
Yeah, like we got plenty of billionaires. You don't hear anybody.
Zeus is one. Is Ratchet.
You don't want to hear.
It's black owned.
It's
Zeus is black owned.
What's his name? Byron Allen. Byron Allen got plenty of channels and company and television companies, and nobody wants to go over there with him.
I'm gonna
You
say
don't
this.
see nobody trying to align with Byron Allen.
I'm gonna say this and I'm done because we act like we stay in a perfect world. If nobody ever forgive you, then Detroit Red would have never became Malcolm X. I need y'all to stick there because we learn from our mistakes. But for some reason, when I'm a celebrity, I can't make them.
No, because you're getting endorsed. If I'm putting my money into you, you are my investment piece, and you're
when you
fumbling
get
the bag, and you're making me
Holly,
look bad for
when you,
investing in you,
Holly,
I'm not going to keep investing in you.
Holly, if you give me $100 million, do that make me a perfect man?
You
If
better be
people
damn
are
near
acting
perfect
like
if I
you're
give you
doing
100
great,
million.
great.
If I give you $100 million, you better be damn near perfect.
A lot of money on the line to be so sloppy.
I agree that Shannon.
Y'all skip me.
No, we gonna get. I'm coming to you. I just want to say this because when we start talking about the money,
Sorry,
niggas can't be a victim when they getting paid.
Facts.
You can't be a fucking victim and you're the one that's taking my money. You can't be both. That's like a woman. I'm gonna say that part. I'm gonna get there. But you can't be a victim with my money. You can be a victim with your own money, but you can't be a victim with my money.
You can't be. Listen, it wasn't like he did this shit at the workplace.
I don't give a fuck.
So I am confused though. So are you guys saying that so the women should have been advocating for Shannon, but but ESPN should not? ESPN should do what they're doing because it's business, right?
That's a completely different relationship.
No,
my relationship is to get as many sponsors as possible so that we can become as profitable as possible so we can add value to our shareholders. That ain't got shit to do with something completely different. The expectation is for you to be an unproblematic personality, and that also translates on screen.
Okay, so then the perspective that we had, that like so the perspective that Molly and I had the other night would be more what the ESPN people would be thinking. Like, listen, innocent or not, you shouldn't have put yourself in this type of a situation. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's all.
It's really difficult to be the last person to talk about something because
don't be in your feelings.
because pretty much everyone always said anything, but I'm
usually the last person to talk. But go ahead.
Come behind me, Q did it.
Pause.
Wow.
No,
I think as it pertains to him getting pulled off the air, I think it's his fault. I think he probably took the wrong road, and like most people, like with you, besides Jay-Z, they put out a blanket statement. I didn't do this. We're gonna let the stuff run its course. Bet he'd still be on ESPN. He'd be fine. But that nigga came out with blazing, I eat ass, like racy text messages. And let's be clear, who runs ESPN? Disney. How you gonna have a personality from Disney with these racy text messages and you trying to sell Cinderella at the same time?
No, he got away with that shit when he went live on Instagram on purpose.
That's fine,
right?
And the thing about it is about you guys keep bringing about like they kicked him off there. It's in his contract that you can't do this. Like if you it's literally in his contract. If you embarrass us and something come out, you're gone. It's in his contract. They got 30 days to terminate him.
You did it. How can you say that?
It's in his contract.
No, wait. Check this out. It's just the visibility that Shannon Sharpe got. Because when they start finding out all them directors and stuff from Disney was messing with these kids, you never heard nothing else about it, did you? Who got fired?
That's different.
No. That's worse.
No, it's not as different.
That's worse.
It's not as different.
The
reason why it's different is because you're the face of the brand that we're using to continue to sell and pitch to advertisers, sponsors, or whatever like that. It's much different. And I'm not saying that either one is good or bad. What I'm saying is
someone that's not visible.
Yeah, the roles and the responsibility. Yeah. You're the face of a brand, right? That's much different than somebody fucking off over in the side of the room.
Yo.
NBA
don't even know who they are.
NBA player embarrassing a franchise is much different than the front office executive
owner
that doing some dumb shit.
Behind the
because that's not going to affect ticket sales. what's affecting ticket sales and brand deals and sponsorships will fuck up the money. That is different.
My nigga,
he fucked up as soon as he dropped those text messages. That's where he fucked up.
Anton, this the problem right here. ESPN, Walt Disney, whatever, they are acting as if they have a moral compass.
They have a moral contract.
Listen, no. They acting like, oh, we really care about the victim so much that we gonna hold up the inner dealings with him.
I don't think that's what they're saying.
When it's a producer touching the kids at Walt Disney,
we don't know the producers.
We don't hear nothing about it.
We don't know the producers.
I don't know. I don't know what you're referencing. However, I don't think that's what ESPN said. Nor did ESPN say that they was actually releasing them or that they wasn't.
He put that shit out himself.
Yes,
they said that he was going to step away until football season, and that basically tells me they want this shit to die down and clear.
He'll be back,
and then we gonna get back to the money.
Listen, bro, and see, Anton, okay, let's take my show. Okay, I got a ratchet.
Oh, your show is a very bad example.
Exactly. Thank you. My advertisers, that the people that who they come out, hey, Tuka, I need some sponsorship. They understand what come with me.
Facts.
Anything that I do, they know this comes with 2K.
But that's who you were from the beginning.
And that's who
Shannon Sharpe presented himself as a safe option. From the beginning, nobody knew that this nigga was gonna be.
That ain't necessarily that true. That ain't necessarily true,
bro. No, bro. Nobody knew.
Nightcap is ratchet as fuck.
Stop,
no, it's
bro.
not. No,
Stop,
it's not.
Bro. It's not. No, Nightcap is very safe. That's
no, the fuck it ain't.
Yes, it is.
The niggas be talking about fucking bitches. The very first episode when they was talking about fucking groupies.
It's a difference between talking about what the life is like in the NFL and going live on Instagram talking about Kobe Michelle.
Nah, they be talking about everything. They be talking about fucking whole.
He's sloppy. He's getting caught up too much. Too much stuff is getting exposed.
Oh,
that is for $100 million
I think that's a part
investment.
of it.
I wouldn't.
I do think that's a part of
do
it now. Remembering that Come Here Michelle thing, yeah, it's like, come on, you got all.
He's
this
always
stuff
being exposed.
Out
That
all
shit
over,
was that shit was so extra, and you know he did it on purpose. Come here, Michelle.
Hey, Shannon not sloppy, man. Listen,
I said, what is this? What the fuck?
He wants us to think he's having sex with women.
Listen, Shannon ain't told on himself.
Molly.
Shannon ain't sloppy. It is the women that's coming out.
Molly, wow, that.
He knows everybody thinks he's a bitch.
All right, hold on. Before we get over to that, let me pivot for a second. Let me change it. So it is now being revealed that Shannon offered, or this is what the lawyers are saying, is that his own lawyer. Shannon Sharpe offered the equivalent of about $10 million. This is courtesy of the Daily Mail, which is a very credible source, and different outlets is now referencing. It says that America is turning against Shannon Sharpe as vile details of an accusation is drip out from explosive lawsuit. The Jane Doe, identified as Jane Doe, lawsuit accuses the 56-year-old Sharpe of raping a 20-something plaintiff in late 2024 and early 2025, blah, 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 blah. Although his attorney, Lanny Davis, concedes that Sharpe previously made a settlement offer of at least $10 million to where apparently it was rejected by the client. Of course, you know, they released the text messages. Shannon then dropped the Bud Crawford interview, the Terrence Crawford interview, so on and so forth, right? Now, does this change anything in y'all mind?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Shannon Sharpe is online right now doing a draft, and 31,000 people are watching him.
Thanks for promoting his show, Quinn.
What do you mean?
Thank you for promoting it. But the point, okay, so you're saying that it doesn't change anything.
Niggas is still gonna fuck with him. Like, I don't think so.
Hey, Tom, listen, this is why I don't change.
But do y'all not think that people are a lot of those people are tuning in because of the accusations, hoping to see if he say something in reference?
I think it's what you say when you get some scandal shit, like your numbers run up. Like they may dip for a little bit, and companies might not fuck with you, but the public do.
Because everybody believe him. Anton, this is why I don't change nothing though, bro. Because when you are in a desperate situation, it's perfectly normal sometimes to cop out. That's why the nigga Tony Bugsby is a thing anyway. You go up to him, listen, we gonna say this, and this. You give me this amount right here because you got this right here, and you ain't got to worry about this $100 million deal being blown up. And so, like any other scared man would do, sometimes they compromise with the terrorists, just like America do.
But I think that that's also the reason why it's tempting for trifling girls like her to take a shot at making the accusations.
Yes, because somebody coming with your bag. Listen, women
no, but you also got to look at the fact that they don't get.
Women know that they cause reputational damage, bro.
Sometimes they don't get any repercussions. So it's not even just the front end, the back end, right? So if it's proven that I didn't do anything, like how what Johnny Depp, if it's proven that I didn't do anything, I should be able to sue you.
But listen, look at how much money Shannon is losing by running the wheel.
Right. That's why he offered that 10 million. And I get it. And it's just like with the big corporations.
How much money is he losing?
Everybody's like, oh, well, CBS wants to, bend the Trump. I'm sure they want to bend the Trump because they got a deal on the table to do some other things that's going to hold it up. So I get it. I don't think it's guilt. I think it's you want to make something go away and you want to move on.
Yeah. I know Anton would never pay it.
You're not getting 30 cents from me.
But see, Anton, like you got to be willing to take the risk. You got to be willing.
Shannon has his own shit though. Like he may fuck up some shit with ESPN, but he still got his shit on.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I'm with it, dog. I'm not the type of nigga. I'm different.
Been to terrorist request.
No, not only am I'm gonna tell you, if you say Anton, I'm gonna release this on you, I'm gonna be like, do it then. I'm gonna do a whole live stream on myself. Listen, I like that shit. I'm with it. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna require you, I'm gonna sue you to put out the full footage because I think that I did a great performance.
That's what Shannon Sharpe said. He said it was 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
I want a copy of that shit. If I seen you recording it, I want a copy of that shit. And we're gonna put out the whole footage.
Shannon Sharpe said we don't have
that's the worst part about recording sex is when the woman asks for it. I'm like, no, this is for me, not for you.
And tell him, but what if you were dropping some weak sex? I mean, talking about some limp dick type shit.
That's some gummy dick.
And I wouldn't have been recording it.
Some gummy worms, like she recording it though.
What do you mean? I wouldn't be. How do y'all niggas not know that she recording?
No, I'm saying like we don't know if she was setting them up.
Maybe she got on the meta glasses and she wear glasses like Sexy Red.
Like
I know, but that don't mean shit to me. I think that's great advertisement too, because that just showed that I'm a real nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. If you got me on camera, limp dip, I'm gonna give you 10 million too.
Bro. No. Fuck that. I'm a real one. So, nigga, I was tired that night and I just wanted to get some head. Listen, bro. I don't know what the fuck y'all. For some reason,
Gary, come back.
No. Listen, bro. I am from Detroit, nigga. I don't have to put on no front for you.
And so I can see it now.
When you came over, you knew that this was gonna be a weak night for me. I wasn't looking to do anything, so I just kind of need your head in my lap, and I just asked you to kiss the tip. You decided to take the whole thing. Cool. I'm not.
What are y'all talking about?
But my point is, you know what my slogan will be for that shit? I still hit.
Facts.
How do y'all get?
But
to
I
this
still
so
hit
quick?
though, nigga.
I still hit. For some reason, you think that her getting weak dick make me lose. I won. I still won. I won.
Look, y'all, that's Tiny Time.
Call it what you want, nigga.
Call it what you want, nigga. I still got that shit, nigga.
Yeah, whatever.
He still hit it. So
nigga, you can be mad as you fucking want. I fucking still hit that shit.
I hit it. I won.
No Tiny Time.
And you came back, and I hit it again. So I double won.
I double won. What the fuck?
I double won. I truly don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all the niggas that keep on caring about what these bitches think. Man, she a random nigga. What the fuck you give a fuck about? What you trying to impress a random? And fuck that bitch. She shouldn't even have been there in the first place.
Why does she keep calling herself his girlfriend? Because it seemed like a paid thing to me. Because she said $25K per cheek.
No, listen. If you actually hold on,
What she said,
Mika, if you actually read the messages, Shannon brought up the 50K first.
Yeah, I saw.
And then he hit her with like a little bait and switch. Then he said, "I give you 10." And then that's when she said,
25K.
No, 25 a cheap. So he started with 50 and then but like I got to 10.
Right, because he said she an OnlyFans model, so he just took it for what it is. Like, I gotta pay. Okay, cool. So I get it, but
is either way, I win. All you telling the world is that I won. That's it.
Facts.
And if you think that that's gonna slow anything, it don't. It speed it up.
I don't know, man.
Y'all niggas gonna grow the fuck up. Y'all gonna one day realize that I was right about all this shit.
Listen, that's cool. But I don't want to be known for being tiny ton or
nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. Like a bitch will say anything scorned after you bust her down.
You can't tiny me because I'm not tiny. What you talking about?
Nigga, you can lie all you fucking want.
You can say whatever you want. Like you could say that you could say that I wasn't hard or some shit like that, but you can't tiny me. I'm not tiny.
Facts.
Yeah,
I don't care how cold it get, nigga. I don't care if we in a swimming pool. I don't give a fuck what the fuck is going on, nigga. My tiny is your big.
You're on mute, Carrie, if you're talking to us.
Y'all could go on mute too.
She yelling at one of her kids. She yelling at one of her kids.
She can't get off of mute.
Oh, that's probably good.
Somebody gotta take her off.
No, good. Keep her eyes. We don't need her to be talking. No, this conversation needs to be had.
Now the question that they're gonna be asking is, how weak was your pussy?
Yep. Man, I had this one chick was like,
apparently.
No, listen, this one chick was like, every dude I've been with busting 10 minutes. Nigga, if a nigga's busting in 10 minutes, that ain't got shit to do with your pussy, nigga. You was a bust down, nigga.
You only getting 10 for me. You're not getting more than 10 any fucking way.
I said all the time, sex time is not regular time.
Like, nigga, you feel like it was 30 minutes and that shit was like fucking 5.
No, I'll give you like if you a person that I care about, if you my girl, I'll give you foreplay, I'll give you emotion, all of that shit.
Man,
if you are listen for the fellas, and I'm not talking about me, I'm just saying in general. If you a rando, nigga, get it and go. If you never gonna see her again, win. Just win. Okay, so let me ask y'all a question. Everybody in here probably didn't play 21. Every guy in here didn't probably play 21, right?
Facts. Yep.
What was it? 16 zip shutout?
What are you talking about?
Or if y'all playing it, first game was to 15. This is how we did it in Detroit.
No, 11 those games.
The first game, if we did 3 4, whatever. First game was to 15. Second game was to 12. Every other game after that was to 11. But we did 7 zip shutouts. So if you didn't score and we put up 7 on you, next team, nigga. And we looked at it, and women was the same way. 7 zip shutout. I don't feel a need to have to play to 11, 12, 15 on you. Why do I gotta play defense? Nigga, I'm trying to get you off the court.
What the fuck are we talking about?
But Anton, if you miss
my point is that I don't even want you to get the ball. That means you get 7 zip shutout is 7 minutes. That's all you got.
I hope you Stephen Curry, nigga. I'll tell you.
All you got is 7 minutes. That's it.
Listen, and that
all up top, nigga.
6 minutes and 6 is like 19. I don't care what nobody say. The time is not the same. The time is not the same, bro.
Oh man,
I don't care. Bro, I have gave some awesome 2-minute performances, but I'm telling you, that shit was 8 minutes. I was there for 8 minutes. Y'all ain't gonna make me believe anything no different, but the time ain't the same.
Nah, you're a better man than me. When I was a much younger man, Like, I ain't even take my jacket off, nigga. I was get the fuck out of here. I swear to God on everything.
It be like that sometimes, dog.
Jacket. It was a winter time, nigga. I ain't take my coat off. Nigga, we was back in, out 3 minutes, nigga. I was out.
Oh, go, bro. This is so much. This is so much, man.
And I want to tell y'all was feeling so bad. Oh my God.
What happened? Did I miss something?
Anton, a 2-chump pump.
Nigga, it was about, I wouldn't even say, that was about a good 5.5, nigga. I was so stressed out that day, nigga.
You ever nutted so fast you tried to eat the pussy?
No, nigga.
Hell no, bro. Jacket on. What in the fuck, bro?
This is embarrassing, huh?
I felt good afterwards, nigga.
Hey, the real niggas know what I'm talking about right now, man.
I feel good afterwards. Oh Jesus.
Nigga, I didn't even get her pants down good.
The real niggas know what I'm talking about right now, bro.
Like I ain't even apologizing. I was like, you ready? She acted like nothing. She acted like it wasn't even no big deal. I was like, I had on, you know, the varsity jacket, nigga. On the varsity jacket. I on everything on God, nigga. I had a varsity jacket on. I think that shit was like 3 pumps, nigga. I was so stressed out. 3 pumps.
Why were you you were stressed after or before? Or it happened because
I was stressed before.
For what? Like stress makes you come quicker?
I was backed up, I guess. Backed up, nigga.
The last time I had sex was condom sex, and I had sex 6 times over the course of 3 days, and I didn't come one time.
I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I was so backed up.
I've never been so disappointed.
And you know what she said? It was so crazy. She was like, man, you really trying to get my pants down, huh?
Hey, sometimes it just be off of pure incitement, like on for the
no, nigga, like some of that shit, like you be like it's a bad chick and you can't wait, and it's just
excitement.
No, nigga, it sucks. Nigga, it's anticlimactic as fuck. Shit.
No, nigga, it was 3 pumps, but I felt like I had worked out.
My nigga, nah, bro. Listen,
because it was like
because you had that fucking jacket on. Nigga almost had a heart
attack. Hey, the first time I got hit with that hot lava.
What's hot lava?
My girl Hawaiian, bro.
What is hot lava?
What you say?
What's hot lava?
She did, but you know what? She wasn't even mad at me. She just understood, like, yeah, it must have been like a rough. She just was cool with it. She was just like, it ain't, nigga. I feel you. Yeah.
You got to be cool with her for a little while, though. You can't.
Yeah. You can't be doing that.
You get it again.
Yeah. You still got a second chance to redeem yourself in this bitch.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to redeem myself.
What? You have no couth when it comes to having sex with women.
What? I wasn't trying
to. What is hot lava, man?
That's definitely a good word.
I told you my wife Hawaiian, bro. Trust me, it hit different, nigga.
Bro, I was so myself.
My nigga, I was so shamed, bro.
I was clear. I was a new man.
I think never mind. That's good.
Cause it was on some, hey, come in here. I gotta grab something out the crib real quick.
Man, Please read the super chats,
No,
man.
just honest to God, because it was cold outside. And I'm
My
like,
stomach can't take no more of this.
I gotta run in the crib real quick. You want to come in real quick?
Hey, don't get me wrong. At the time, one shit fun and neither. Like
that shit was.
It was like it felt like I lost a championship game. Like nigga,
nah. It was weird because I was like, oh man. I was like, you know, when you hit him with that was crazy.
Anton, imagine spending $300 on a date and then you go in for a 30-second pump.
No, it was we hadn't even I hadn't even went out yet. Like I had picked her up. I was like, I gotta stop by the crib because I forgot something. Like, hey, just come here for a minute.
Here's the question: What did you do afterwards?
We just kind of like when we got in the car, we just kind of laughed. And then we just went about our day. No, we didn't say nothing. There wasn't no long discussion, none of that shit.
Ultimately, like women really, women are really polite when it comes to sex. Like even if they're disappointed, they're really polite about it. Fix your face.
Not in the group chat.
Fix your face, Molly.
I thought you were gonna say me. Whatever.
You did it. You think she polite, nigga, but when she hit that group chat, y'all, this nigga nutted in 20 seconds.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't have to read the group chat, nigga.
And I don't, nigga, back then it wasn't no group chat.
True.
You lucky.
True.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I come from I had older brothers, man. Like we don't give up. We genuinely, bro. I just grew up in an era. Y'all niggas be caring about what motherfuckers saying all of that shit. I don't care.
Well, I'd be a lying motherfucker if I told you. I didn't care.
Same here, nigga. I'll be trying to be like, nigga, you about to tell niggas, nigga, you gonna write a good book about me, nigga, shit. Nigga, and you gonna want me to come back for some more, niggas. You got me fucked up.
Y'all weird, man. I think that
y'all. What you mean?
Y'all are so weird, bro. Y'all be on some crazy junk, bro. Maybe because I was born in the 80s is different.
My nigga, like
I was born in the 80s too, nigga.
We talk about all this legacy shit. You think I don't give a fuck about the legacy of my dick?
No, I care about my nut. That's it.
Nah, hell no. I want her to look at my son like, yeah, I know your daddy.
Why would I bring you around my kid?
No. You know how folks be meeting your kids around town?
No, I do not know that. No.
But yeah, okay, I'm from a small town. Everybody know everybody. And so when a woman be like, yeah, I know your granddad, I be looking at her like, yeah, he used to fuck shit out you.
Dog, back then, you might not even know my real name, nigga.
I think as I get older, that's the weird part about getting older. When I meet people's kids and I fuck their mom, it's really weird.
What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all meeting people's kids?
Like just out and about, like at the basketball game. I'm like, I used to fuck your mom type of thing. Like it's weird.
Yeah. Y'all too emotionally connected.
I'm not emotional. I just think of it when I see these folks.
Why you used to be that big, bro? When I used to be knocking your mama down.
Nah, y'all niggas is weird, bro.
You have to realize that I have a 20-year-old, and when I go to when I went to all his games, I used to see women that used to be my friends.
No, listen. If you see a chick that you didn't once did something with, like I don't look at them and be like, "Oh, I used to do something with you." I don't give a like. I just be like, "Oh, what's going on? How's you doing?" And then just keep moving. I don't relive the moment.
No, Anton, but
I'll be like, nigga, how'd you get married? Because 4 niggas had you in the back of a fucking Chevrolet Cavalier sucking dick.
Why y'all overthinking that shit, though? Like, honest.
Just like you said, wasn't no group chat. That's
I'm
probably
gonna be honest with
why.
you, bro. Like, the stuff y'all saying is like, that's some high school shit for me.
No, it ain't, Anton.
Yes, it is. Y'all niggas acting like y'all
can't help what comes to your mind, nigga. Like, what you mean?
Anton, like most of the chicks, I forget I smash until I see them.
Until you see them, yup.
Be like, oh damn, why'd you fuck shit out of?
I don't think about that shit. Like,
Like
that's
do they do that with y'all though? Are they reminiscing about y'all, or did they forget?
We're not reminiscing about them either. We just think about it when we see that bitch ass.
That is, dog. That is the weirdest shit ever, bro.
It ain't,
Honestly,
bro.
it is, bro. Because y'all are. It's like I'm moving on. Like
This is why
I'm on
women
some
need to
whole other
be
shit.
more discriminate with their vaginas.
Hey,
All when y'all go is to run through as many of them as possible.
Well, y'all need to say
Oh.
stop, nigga. Like, stop giving away your vaginas to anybody.
No,
What's
y'all.
a virgina?
No, not. Now, see, this
Nigga,
is
a hole in the
this
middle
is
of a
what I
bitch's
believe. This is
legs,
what I
nigga.
believe.
It doesn't have an R in it.
Whatever, nigga.
I believe
Stop
that.
giving that shit away.
Or
I believe that this is why women don't be wanting to give y'all no pussy.
and so we don't bring it
That's
up.
not how it works. Like,
no, listen.
You didn't
no,
even hear what I had to say
it's
yet.
my turn
You
to
didn't hear
talk.
what I had to say yet. The reason why women are apprehensive about spinning the block on you niggas or dealing with you niggas extensively is because y'all niggas be reminiscing. Y'all be
We don't reminisce.
y'all be hitting them with the remember that time shit. They could see.
No,
They
nigga,
could see it in
no.
Do you remember?
No, we
They could
don't,
see it.
nigga.
They could see it in your eyes. They could see
Remember
it
the time
Shoulder and be
when
like,
we
hey, you
fell
remember
in
this?
love? Do you remember the
They could see it
time
in your eyes that you
we
niggas are still
first met?
lusting. They know that now that they with their man or they got their husband and stuff and they done moved on with their life, you niggas are still thinking about the shit. It like niggas be pillow talking and telling it, man, I fucked her back. Like, man, let her live her life. Like she
No,
is,
we are. We ain't bringing it to her face,
nigga.
nigga.
But that ain't what nobody said, bro.
no, they could see it on you niggas. They see you niggas are still desperate for the pussy.
No, nigga.
Y'all niggas be thinking you in the same place as when you once hit it. No, nigga, she in a different space now.
Nigga, must I bust a nut, nigga? On to the next.
Half of the time I thought I ain't trying to fuck you no more.
Yep.
I just remember that I did now.
Nah, y'all
I'm
niggas
not
gotta
gonna
let
tap
that shit
on her
go.
shoulder, hey, you remember when I used to be? Yeah.
Nah, you gotta let that shit go, bro.
It's
that's-
gone.
That y'all niggas is doing the Al Bundy. I scored 4 touchdowns at Polk High shit, bro.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, like this space, being in this space, like put me on game as it like I used to give women too much credit for being like pure. Like, if you let me hit within 30 days, like, thank you for the pussy, but you're a whore.
Wait, hold on. We ain't about to glaze over.
I don't look at that like that. I say
you said this space just taught you that?
Why are y'all
like I used to think women were better than what they were.
Why are you just now learning that?
I don't know, man.
This is so weird. Slimmy, me and you are the same, bro. I don't get it, bro.
Like I used to give women too much credit for being better than what they are, and I don't do that.
Like, you just gotta.
I get it, nigga. Like I've learned, nigga. It's past tense. I don't know. I just need to look past the pretty face to like what the fuck's between their ears.
It ain't even that deep. You just. It was just
it's
just a moment. It was a moment in time. It was a moment in time. Like it don't. It stays there. You know what I'm saying? It stays there. Like unless you're going to engage again.
Right. I listened too much R&B in the 90s. That's what fucked my head up.
No, dog. Y'all overthink that shit, right? When y'all together. When y'all not, you not. Like, let that shit go. Like, you don't have to overthink it. Oh, you should think it was a good girl. I don't think about that shit. Like, it ain't that deep. It's just not that. It's nothing to dissect. I don't understand.
There is.
What is
for me, when I meet a woman in my old age, I don't just buzz down women anymore. Like, I'm like looking for like a deeper connection. Fucking bring your ass back in time. And like, so when like my dick is precious, and if I give you my dick, nigga, like that means you mean something at my ripe age, nigga. I don't just be slinging random dick no more.
Y'all niggas are so
no, listen, nigga. So when I give a bitch some dick and then she run off, nigga, I feel used.
See, you calling her a bitch and shit, like.
Well, fast forward to now, she's a bitch. Yeah.
See, you emotional.
No, I'm not. She used to them being a bitch.
No. Listen, she did you a favor, and now you now you got to disrespect her. She a blessing.
Well, blessing for what? I didn't even come.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. Let me go ahead and read super chat.
Quentin.
Oh man.
You know what y'all 2K and Quentin is the type of dudes that will wind up getting some box from their teacher and would tell.
I wouldn't know. I don't do that.
I did and I didn't tell.
No, that's the type of dudes they are. They're the type of y'all the type of guys that would go and tell that y'all actually was able to get
for my birthday. That's fucking weird.
Y'all would tell that y'all got the teacher and fuck up everything. And
no.
Y'all those type of guys, bro.
Hell no.
Yes, they're all that type of guy, bro.
I got kiss and tell them.
Huh?
You think I kiss and tell?
Y'all be too up. Y'all like
no, Anton, listen, bro.
Well, at some point in time, you gotta tell your niggas. Like I tell Anton some shit I don't tell nobody else.
No,
well, Mika too.
This is that's us. We grown and we just be shooting the shit.
I was gonna leave me out of it.
Like when you tell me stuff, we just grown, we shooting the shit. I'm talking about like you don't tell, like we don't. Let me shut the fuck up.
Yeah, go ahead and shut it down. On to the next topic.
No, man, we ain't doing no snitching now.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm saying that we as men, we're supposed to be examples for the next generation, is what I'm saying. Okay, meaning that why would they have maintained frame when we still pedestalizing chicks that we probably ain't been with us for forever?
I don't pedestalize any box.
It's not a pedestal. We're not pedestalized because we remember we fucked them, Anton.
It's just a fleeting thought when you see their face.
Yeah, you're like, oh damn, I used to fuck
the chicks that you bust down. This is my personal opinion. I don't believe that the chicks that you bust down, that nobody is supposed to know that you ever bust her down.
And they don't. But when I see her, I can remember, oh dang, I used to smash her. Because I don't think about it. But when I see her, that's when you get the memory, like, oh dang, I used to bust her down.
And you can't help what you think. It's like when you go into bed at night and you randomly remember your girl from the fucking third grade and just pop the fuck in your head.
Third grade?
Yeah, like just like random, like
third grade?
Nigga, it's just an example, nigga.
Girlfriend, bro. First and last name.
Nigga, I remember fucking Lauren when I first walked in kindergarten. That bitch had on a sailor dress. I remember that to this day. I love that woman till
that's why women don't be wanting to get niggas pussy, because they be scared.
I never had sex with her. It was the kindergarten.
Nigga, they be scared. Now I think that women are probably the most detached. They be like, yo, nigga, what you talking about?
Facts. A woman will fuck you and forget you the next day. Facts.
So what they really don't forget. But they really don't forget.
No, it's a lot of them nowadays that do move like that. For the most part,
they move like that, but they don't feel like that.
For the most
part,
they
move like that, but they feel different.
No, what I'm saying is, for the most part, women don't. But there are a group of them that just
they'll do it.
They don't forget, and I know they don't forget because you can tell in their actions. You can tell in their actions, and you can tell that they're losing their mind because they got all those fear ties. They got all those soul ties. You can tell they're losing their mind.
Slimmy. That is
I believe in it.
Most women are like that. However, you have this group of new whatever.
Yup.
And
fuck you, nigga. Thank you for
they just like that. I don't know what it is.
The thing is like
it's not true.
I guess the thing is just like I think that a lot of guys, like, maybe as they let their emotions get in the way and stuff. They be wanting to know. They be asking them a lot of questions.
Let's go.
Sorry. Like they have a lot going on, and it's just like, yo, this is not supposed to be that complicated, bro. The way I be hearing people talk today, I'll be like, they be comparing and shit. They be literally asking them in real life, like, who they've been with. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Messing up the vibes, messing up everything that they got. I don't know, bro. Anyways, they are too invested. Absolutely. She said it in the chat, too invested. I'm about to read these super chats so we can get carried back.
Kim just texted me and said, you remember because you don't have Alzheimer's. Keep going.
Quasar444 says Breaking Bad should be a mandatory watch to make it into heaven. Facts.
That's awkward.
Facts. Get Slimmy with his doppelganger. I see you, Slimmy.
Man.
Shout out to Slimmy with his doppelganger in the building.
That shit is wild, man.
In the building. Black Fiasco says Snow Bunnies forever. He also says he's gone. Disney can't sell films like Snow White when they got him doing this with OF models. The morality clause in his contract has him cooked. Roderick Bright says, unfortunately, in the eyes of the world, Shannon and every man is guilty until proven innocent, which is BS. MP says, meanwhile, Joy Taylor still have her job. She just dropped a new show. That shit was trash. Live from the Motherland says, scary times. We all saw Jonathan Majors running down New York streets like Jesse Owens to avoid an altercation. He still lost everything. When does it stop? Mr. Joe says Shannon violated the morality clause in his contract. You can't put your employer in a bad light. Mm-hmm. Executive Suite Emily says the problem is men are being terminated due to accusations, unsubstantiated allegations are causing men to lose millions. What has Joy Taylor lost? Son of the Sun says, is Joy Taylor still employed? Kelly Jonah says any 56-year-old man that chokes a 19-year-old kid or talk to her about it should be locked up. This is walking a fine line. Can we agree?
Nah, she just want to be choked.
Lonnie says men can't get boxed when broke and can't get boxed when they successful. Why do we need women? Nah,
that's a deadly fine line you trying to walk. Whoa.
Listen, we don't agree to disagree on that one. Live for the Motherland says the way America is set up with no laws to protect men and means, I think you're going to see a mass exodus of men marrying non-American women or not marrying at all. Got to protect the bag. Jay Thomas says Vampire in Brooklyn top centers all day. Snowfall is better than Power. There were a lot of lessons in that, John. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorites. Then there's The Last Dragon. Meteor Man is better than the Marvel movies. Oh, I think you pushing it there, bro. Yeah, Brian Dever says, Mr. Daniels, go ahead and log off and power down your PC and report to HR early in the morning. Gary be letting me get away with stuff nowadays. I got the money to throw and clap cheeks. That's a dub. Anton know what it is. Lonnie says, I tell every girl before we start, you got about 35 to 45 seconds to figure out what you're about to do because it's about to be a wrap. Nah, that's diabolical right there. Every girl. UL says, on another note, hey, Mika, let me know when you're ready to be my second wife. Oh, you got competition now. Don't you do that. Last time it was a Uber chat off. Ain't nothing to come back home to DC and bring you back to Texas.
Nah, nigga, she gonna say her ass right there in PG County,
nigga.
Let them do what they do. These are chats. The chats can y'all always trying to mess things up. Let them do what they do. 6 hours is on my ex-girlfriend. 6 hours. Jesus,
that's so dumb, nigga. Don't you gotta go to work?
No, she gonna be raw. Fuck, 6 hours, nigga. Time Dog used to give it to him like an oil change. 2K spitting. Got to eat the box so you get it up again to go again. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. Nah.
Spitting literally.
Mushroom head in at 5. Hit the G spot all the time. Lonnie says, question for the ladies. How do y'all feel about whack wee wee, or do y'all care? They're not gonna answer that.
This nigga said whack wee wee. Like, what the fuck's a wee wee?
Shout out to Von Call with the 100 ball. Says Anton used to be a sleaze ball. No, I was never a sleaze ball. I was never a sleaze ball. It was just I think it was a full moon that day.
Because the jacket is diabolical.
It was a varsity jacket too. New ball says, got away.
Oh man, please don't.
With the leather sleeves, Slimmy. With the leather sleeves. Chef G Rap said, when her best friend walked past you at school, The next day, it said, I heard about you.
Hey,
I mean, you ain't.
ain't lying.
McDice says, yeah, Slimmy. With the leather sleeves. With the leather sleeves, baby.
You wasn't sweating? Hey, sheesh.
Oh, and then you know what the worst part about that whole day? You know what I remember the most, Slimmy?
Man, hell no.
Because I was right back out in like 3 minutes, and I was like, I don't know why I did this. I said, "You want something to drink?"
Wow.
As we was leaving out, going back to the car, because you know you got to pass through the kitchen.
Because you were sweating in that leather jacket.
I was like, "You want something to drink?"
That's crazy.
That nigga was toast.
She was like, "No, I'll just get something when we go out to the restaurant."
Dehydrated.
Nigga, this shit's wild, nigga.
You want something to drink? I got purple drink, Sunny D, reverse cowgirl spread equal doggy style. It's holding 5. Slimmy, you thinking about 1950? Today, these hoes are dark, empty holes. Wham, bam. Thank you, sir. These dudes seen Mika's clavicles and went crazy. That's a fact. What up, family? Says Antoine Walker. What up, Antoine? What up, big dog? We appreciate you tapping in, bro. McDice says I saw on Reddit that Matt Barnes got info about Shaq putting money out to the streets to get more dirt on Sharpe. He said Shaq been pretty vindictive. Might have put out an audio about it.
I think he said Matt. I think he was just
2K the elites are policing men's, says Me University.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. All right, we're gonna pivot over to something that Carrie would want to participate in.
Oh, hell no. Carrie ain't shit.
Michelle.
Let's go. Quentin was fucking right in this bitch.
Don't let nobody take your power.
Thank you.
Shout out to my girl Art Streets. We rock with you. We appreciate you too, baby. Michelle is in the building, and she's basically saying that she was describing and talking about skipping the inauguration. However, it then warrants additional conversations because she did a show with Taraji P. Henson. So first of all, before we get into it, I want to say that I think I was wrong. I think she's going to be super successful on YouTube.
Why don't you say Quentin was right?
I did. I said Quentin was right this morning.
Nigga, it ain't this morning. It's this evening, and I'm the only one that said she was going to run it up. Even Carrie tried to straddle the fence.
Huh?
Carrie tried to straddle the fence.
Y'all think I straddle the fence on everything? I don't care.
Wait a minute. Let me play the video or a little bit of the video, and then we're going to come back. Oh, yeah, we still on Shannon Sharpe, that part. All right, we're going to play a little bit of the video, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to talk about it.
But then this is what makes it hard because, my decision to skip the inauguration, what people don't realize, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. Like people couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like, while I'm here really trying to own my life and intentionally practice making the choice that was right for me, and it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right, or that was perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hard thing for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I had to basically trick myself out of it. And it started with not having anything to wear. I mean, I had affirmatively, because I'm always prepared for any funeral, anything. I walk around with the right dress. I travel with clothes just in case something pops off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if I'm not going to do this thing, I got to tell my team, I don't even want to have a dress ready.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so easy to just say, let me do the right thing.
But then you become a shock absorber.
Yeah.
And that's what women are.
Yeah.
Shock absorbers.
Yeah.
And that's exhausting. And it's not healthy.
Yeah.
It is not
healthy. You've had to be shock absorbers for your husband, for your children, for your mom, for your family, your loved ones, because of where you were sitting in the public eye. That's not fair to you. When do you ever get to live for you? I applaud you. I'm happy that you are taking care of yourself in the way that you need to.
Yeah.
You know, I've been talking to Misha about this, and opting out might be that's a great prognosis, or a great suggestion or strategy for folks who are feeling the way we're talking about here.
Because you can't keep pushing through. That's detrimental. That could end very bad. Because you're not paying attention. I mean, I had a girlfriend one time. She was taking on so much. She didn't even realize she spilled hot grease on her chest.
Wow.
She just disfigured her entire chest doing too much. I mean,
now I call cap on that 100%. However, we're not talking about Taraji P. Henson per se, but Michelle Obama is basically talking about taking her power back. Let's start with Carrie. Carrie, what do you think about her taking her power back? She also talked about now she's in therapy, and they said that she had to be the glue and all of this other stuff. What do you think about everything, Carrie?
I knew you were going to talk about this tonight because I saw your clip earlier. So I decided to watch the whole show. And I actually enjoyed it. I actually thought that they had a pretty okay conversation. So that particular clip, though, came off of them taking a question from a girl who was basically saying, like, how do you handle being kind of like being everything to everybody and worrying about dropping the ball, not being perfect, not showing up? Like, how do you handle that? Because I'm sure you guys have experienced that. And Taraji started by saying, learning the word no. Like, you need to learn how to be okay with saying no. So she gave examples of that. And then that led Michelle to start to say what she said. So on one hand, clip wise, I can see where it probably looks one way, but I understood what she was saying. I think that I can't say everybody. I think that it maybe it's more common with women, don't know, to get to a point where you're trying to figure things out so much with yourself that at some point your decision to put you first for a moment is going to look abrupt to others. And I think the unfortunate thing for Michelle is that moment, according to her, was happening during this whole campaign season. I mean, not campaign season, like during her saying, no, I don't want to go. Which on one hand, I think looked crazy in terms of being Barack's wife. But in terms of her deciding this is what I need to do for me, regardless of what y'all have to say, I understand that too. And I think that only God knows. Go ahead.
Of all of the women that has ever been in the White House, how come she's the only one that has ever had this problem?
I don't know how to answer that question because I don't know. We don't know if and when any of the women in the White House have had a moment like this. And we're talking post White House. This is after the White House. Barack was not in office when she decided not to go. So let me rephrase. I haven't tracked the women, the first ladies.
How come you've never seen this happen from any woman that is a former first lady?
I don't know how to answer that, Anton, because I don't track.
Oh, you know the answer. You smart.
No, I don't. No. If any woman, unless she publicly says it, you're not gonna know. Like, and that's why I said
publicly, Carrie.
I don't know. I don't know.
Carrie.
I don't. No. Don't do that because I'm. Anton,
I'm not badgering you. I'm just saying that.
Anton, I'm just trying to I'm trying to finish what I'm saying. So I'm not taking it like you're badgering me.
You've been patient. Go ahead, do your thing.
What I'm saying to you is that the question that you're asking, I honestly could not tell you, because I don't know what the lives of many former first ladies are. Like, I don't know. And that's why I said, what I do believe I know is that a lot of women experience moments where they change up. They're like, what is life for me? What do I need to do for me? And like I said, when you get to that point, behavior is going to look different to somebody. And in this situation, it's her in front of the world doing it. But I don't know. For all I know, these first ladies had these moments behind the scenes. I don't know.
2K.
Kara is sticking to the girl code right now, bro. She protecting the woman. Listen, Anton, to the question you just asked Kara, every last first lady have decided to show up for their husbands every single last time, except the one black ass woman who hard headed, who don't fucking listen, who want to shame her man and run in the victim Olympics. That's all that her podcast is. It's Table Talks 2. Red Table Talks Part 2. That's all it is. And at times the show ain't successful. It's that what it's trying to convey to the highest level is what it's saying is, hey, I'm a victim too as the first lady of America. I'm just like y'all. She relating to regular women with abundance of privilege. It don't make sense. She want to be relatable. That's why she bringing these average ass black women out. Like, what are you talking about? Relationships with Taraji P for? The bitch can't keep a man. Why the fuck you got her at the table? Why the bald headed dude over here talking? It's stupid. It's pandering. It's a horrible look for black women. Horrible. Horrible. How the fuck you acting like the victim as the first lady? Somebody else go fire say some crazy shit. Somebody else go. That shit terrible.
Just an FYI, the conversation was not about relationships.
It shouldn't be about shit. Can't
no, Carrie. No, let's be honest. Because she used, listen, they handpicked those questions. That is not live. And they use it as a jumping point to get shit off of their chest, such as what she used as an example about, her not going to the inauguration and, people thinking that her marriage broke up and her taking the power back. And she talked about how she teaches her daughters to say no and how to take their power back and to say no and stuff. So she created the narrative about it. She could have just answered the question straight up, but she chose to use that as an example to illustrate her point, Carrie. Let's be for real.
And she hate Rock. She a fucking hater. She hate her husband. Let's say that. Okay, she hate her fucking husband. She jealous of him.
I think that you guys don't. I think that y'all.
No,
I think that you guys are. You feel the way that you feel about her so much that you're not leaving any space.
I don't feel no way about her. What I see
you clearly do.
Literally give her the world, but she want to act like the average fucking woman.
Well, hold off on the 2K because I got a follow-up question later after we get past this. Kim, what do you think about? I don't know if you've seen the clip that I just played.
I saw it.
What do you think?
I'm somewhere in the middle of Carrie and 2K. I understand that you have to choose yourself and prioritize yourself at times, but as Black people, we know that we have to be twice as good at all times. And I think that a public event like that, she needed to be there. There are other times that are more appropriate to choose yourself. And to be quite honest, in a marriage, there are times you have to sacrifice yourself. And I feel like that was one of them. She should have just bit the bullet. She knew that this would be the fallout. You have to know that it would be the fallout. You have publicists and all these other people around you that are telling you what it's going to look like. And she chose still, in the face of all of that, not to go.
She left her husband hanging. That's who took the bullet for this shit.
Anybody can jump in at this point. I don't want to police y'all.
Off topic. Okay, my bad. Go.
No, go ahead, man.
Mika?
I think it just shows how most liberal women are, whether they're single or married. They're always the victim. And on top of that, it kind of does show that it seems like it doesn't matter if the Black woman is downtrodden. It doesn't matter if she's middle class. It doesn't matter if she has the best position that a woman can have. They all have a shared trauma. And it seems like instead of using that podcast, to educate maybe some of those women to say how you might level up and get a man like that, or what you can do, goals, business, I don't know. All this information that she's supposed to have, she's not using it for. And then the last thing I would say is she's complaining about having to go to these things, but she positioned herself like a politician. All the rest of the wives shut up. She's talked since she's got on the scene. She's talked and talked and talked and talked. So now they want to hear from you. They want to see you. And now you don't want to do what you put yourself in a position to do. Show up.
That's true. Damn, that is true as hell.
At a time where she could have educated women and they could have actually got something from it, bro. She chose to relate to women and keep the lie going. She just said Black women back. She just said Black women back some more, bro.
Jerry going back and forth in the chat, y'all. We got to stop her.
It's bad, bro. It's a bad look, bro, because she know what it takes. She see the hard work. She see the sacrifice. All she got to do is be honest. But she chose to be relatable. She chose to be one of the girls.
Why is it a bad look for Black women?
Because
it's not every day that you have a Black woman in the White House. So how does that fall back on Black women?
We done had what, 46 presidents? Have we ever seen this before? We get one Black woman in the fucking White House, and now I'm choosing me during inauguration.
She said Black women back, and I'm not even trying to defend Black women, but I'm not sitting in the White House. How did she set me back? I'm not back because
the reason why it would, Molly, is because just like the white woman with Shannon Sharpe, all the Black women are saying that's how white women are, and you should have knew better. The same thing. The loudest ones are going to get the attention, and she's very visible. She positioned herself that way, so she made herself a focal point, and she made herself the stand. How many Black people in general have you heard say, "Oh my God, Michelle and Barack, they are the epitome"? Okay, so if you are positioned that way, then you got to show up, whether you like it or not.
We for the watch.
I just don't know how it reflects on Black women, but
I mean, it doesn't represent you.
Points,
I get what you're saying. It doesn't represent you, but it represents you. If you get what I'm saying,
Molly, it bite right into the stereotype that y'all are just mad Black women.
Okay, so
you so unagreeable.
Why?
You so unagreeable that you will miss an event with goddamn the world watching the inauguration.
But why can't this just be a Michelle Obama thing? Why does this have to be? She said Black women. Y'all apparently don't care about Black women anyway. So why do y'all care?
This has been a Black thing. This why niggas ain't fucking with y'all.
No, I could tell you why that is, Molly. Honestly, the reason that it is because Black women chose her as their leader, as their champion.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
So I don't think it's anything that it should be, right? It should be an individual thing. But Black women are influenced by her. They chose her as their leader. They bought her books. They pedestalize her. And if you talk to any black woman about the relationship of Barack and Michelle Obama, they will, first thing they probably is going to lead with is they're going to say he would be nothing without her. This is what all black women, yep, all of that shit. So they chose her. They chose her as a representation.
But it go back to the point where the question I always ask y'all, in 2025, how can you control your bitch?
Well, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. No, we gonna get there.
I'm not gonna say I'm
we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Give me a second, 2K. Slimmy, what are your thoughts on this?
Can you play the clip back real quick?
Yeah, I
can play it back real quick.
What the fuck? I don't want this, Slimmy. I know what you be doing, bro.
What?
I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. No.
I just wanted y'all to. I just want when she did it like this. Did y'all see how big her motherfucking hands were, dog?
I knew what it was.
Did y'all see how?
Anton, your whole crowd like that. They was over in my joint clowning.
Yeah.
They was
Did y'all
like,
see how big her
"You look
hands
very
were?
angry on your thumbnail."
Like, damn, man, like her fingers was like this.
I'm not doing it, Slimmy. I knew I shouldn't have came to Slimmy on this subject.
You be clowning.
No, but for real, it's just, I mean, like, I can't really say much else about it, man. I told y'all what it was with the show. I don't give a fuck with them numbers. That show ain't gonna last unless you keep doing this type of shit. All it is it's an embarrassment, and it goes to show you, even at her big ass age, as a married woman, that ain't my phone this time. As a married woman, she's still falling back on this modern woman shit. Like, she's still talking about me.
I think that's what older women.
You married. You've been well taken care of. You weren't in no losing position, and you talking about I choose myself. You basically sending a message to these young girls. Any age of 20, 30, 40, 50, like, you don't have to give a fuck about what this man did for you, but you can choose yourself. That is the fucking message that she chooses to send on her podcast.
I agree, Slimmy.
That is insane.
Okay, well, hold off. So considering that, I want you to speak to this, Molly. Do you think that is much more difficult for people to stay together over time? Considering what we just seen from Michelle Obama, considering that it just seems like it's just becoming a miserable situation for both of them, but maybe they stand together because that's the expectation. And I want to ask Carrie this too, and then we can open it up to everybody. Do you think that it's more difficult for people to stay together over a longer period of time?
Nowadays, I think so, because women have a lot more freedoms than back in the days. But like to Slimmy's point, I do hear a lot of older married women or older divorced women. They make it sound like they were just super miserable. Marriage is miserable. You're not really going to be happy. So I agree with Slimmy on that point. And it does keep younger women single, or it kind of like scares them out of being with a man, because it does sound like you won't be fulfilled because you have to sacrifice everything you want for him. And is he going to do the same for you? So, I agree. I think a lot of this feminism does come from the older generations of women. They are not happy. And it's just, we see it in society, because this is honestly, I hear a lot of women kind of talk like that. Like, I don't really think that many of them are happy. And it seems like the ones who get divorced probably wouldn't marry again, or they're just happy that they're, single and free.
Yeah. Carrie?
Yeah, I think it's more difficult for people to stay together over time now, because I don't think a lot of people realize what it takes to stay together, and they're willing to go through it.
What is that? Anybody? What is all of that feedback about?
I don't know.
I don't care.
Chances is it's Quentin.
That wasn't me.
Me what?
Usually the culprit is Quentin. So by default, whenever
it's quiet over here.
Whenever something goes wrong or somebody playing something on the computer, we're gonna assume that it's Quentin, and then if it's not him, then we'll apologize. We're gonna shoot first and ask questions later. Kim, Mika, and then I know 2K is itching to say some shit, but go ahead, Kim. Do you think that it's difficult to stay together over time nowadays?
I do. I think in theory it should be easier because you should know each other by now, and those kinks should be worked out. But I think that it's more difficult now just because people are really just disillusioned. Everybody's thinking that they have more options than they actually have, or that they're better than they actually are. So everybody's thinking, oh, well, I can just leave this situation and I'll have another option, waiting for me in the wings somewhere. And I don't think that's the case, but that's what everybody thinks. And that's why people just walk out. We live in a microwave society. So we expect everything to move fast and to be quick. And so if you're having any problems, it's like, well, this should be over right now, today. And if it's not, then they feel like, okay, well, this is just not winnable.
Mika?
Yeah, I definitely think it's more difficult to stay together. I don't even know most people that actually even get together, honestly. So I know way more single people than I know married. But yeah, I think it is between a little bit of the options. But the other thing is, I mean, you have either a singles culture, or when you do get married, or when you do get in a long-term relationship, it seems like the outside forces are louder than the inside forces. Meaning most people, they're not talking to each other, they're talking to or listening to everything outside. They don't talk about their, grievances. They actually never talk. Most of the time I see people and I'm like, this is something you could have talked about before. And then I would say also too, last but not least, if I have to weigh it, at the end of the day, if they wanted to talk, it seems like if the male doesn't capitulate to the woman, then
like
everybody's saying y'all should break up, you shouldn't stay together. It just seems like this is not an environment conducive to marriage.
Before I go to 2K, Q Diddy, what's your favorite word?
Capitulate.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What you mean? What's my favorite word?
Oh, it is.
You're right.
2K, what's your thoughts, bro? I'm not going to Slimmy no more. Slimmy just going to have to get in where he can fit in. Anything around Michelle Obama, I'm not going to Slimmy no more.
Bro, it just speaks to the women, bro. Like how all women, the majority, are ungrateful, bro.
Yep.
She got the dude at the highest level.
Damn, you hitting on it, 2K tonight.
In the fucking country, bro, and she still think that there's more out there to get. Like, bro, that's insane, bro. And to jumping back to the Tuesday conversation, this is what Kevin Gates was talking about.
Yeah.
This is what Kevin Gates was talking about.
I'll take up for black women. It's not black woman specific either.
So it's
that's a fact.
It's taking away from in respect of Barack Obama, the same way Jada did Will. We are for to watch one of our favorite black men get mutilated just so
get what?
I don't fucking know.
Mutilated?
I told you 2K, y'all men pedestalize
I ain't never heard that word before.
You know he country.
Like him being the president is something. I mean, obviously it's something, and it's something to men. Women don't really, unless you Kamala Harris, women don't really care.
Yes, y'all do. Y'all absolutely love a nigga in power.
No, because most of those wives are
Y'all tell
miserable
you-
when their men are the president. They're unhappy about that.
My G, y'all
You know
love
that.
a nigga in a position of power. Don't tell us it don't matter when you get it.
Yeah,
That's
but
what women do. When y'all get what the fuck y'all want, y'all still complain as if there was something else to get.
he's the president, and that's her husband though. Like she's not
Yes,
gonna look at
yes,
him the way
But
you're gonna look at him though.
you know what? But you know what it
You
is, 2K.
should.
no. This the
I
problem
mean,
for
but
me.
you can't say that when somebody's used to seeing somebody for decades. And
Molly, this the problem for men. We know the sacrifice and hard work that he had to get to that level. How the
and
fuck?
I agree.
How the
I
fuck the
agree.
person who's seen you day in and day not don't? How come she
2K.
can't respect your hard work? Like
2K. It's because
I'm just saying. Y'all
from the
appreciate men's hard work because y'all are men and y'all know what it's about. Us women don't care because we're not doing all of that. And it's like, you don't have enough time for me. I could care less about the rest of the world. That's where a
Wow.
lot of these women's head are.
Wow.
that's
But
why
I'm
we
just
Wow.
being honest. We don't care. We care about that, but
Wow.
bro. I'm so happy you saying that because
we
when
don't
I say
pedestalize y'all in y'all position in any
when
But
I
way.
you supposed to.
but Slimmy,
That's ideal for y'all ego, but I'm just being
No, no,
honest.
no.
We
You
just don't
supposed to
care about
praise
it
the
like
motherfucker
y'all.
that give you the life that you want.
hold on,
That's
What are
not
we
the life
talking
she
about?
wanted,
Slimmy,
though. Did you
y'all
not hear her?
y'all
That's not the life
y'all
she
not
wanted.
realizing though, 2K and Slimmy, y'all not realizing that Michelle Obama said on her one of the first episodes, she didn't want him to do it at all.
We know that. That's
And we can
irrelevant.
see that.
That's
So hold
irrelevant. You
on,
know he was gonna
hold
be.
on,
You knew he was
hold on.
doing this before you got
I
with
love
him.
you, Carrie.
So that's
So
irrelevant.
that's
You cannot
years.
speak like that.
But I'm saying that's years ago. You fast forward to now, she still resents it. She's 60 years old and she still doesn't like.
Listen,
She still doesn't
listen,
like it.
listen,
And so
listen,
hold on,
listen.
hold on.
No,
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So
watch.
what I'm saying is, in a perfect world, he should have got rid of her at the beginning. He picked her
I
because
don't
of
think it
where
would have mattered, Mika.
that woman that woman
I
didn't
don't
want
think it
that.
matters,
He
Mika.
should have got another woman. That woman did not want
He
to
should have
be
got a
there.
white woman.
No, listen. I don't think that it matters because, well, let me let Slimmy talk. Go ahead, Slimmy. I want to hear what you got to say.
I'm going to say anything.
The problem with even allowing that to like be a statement and take it seriously is you knew he was doing this. You knew he was doing this. So to me, it just seems like she wants to run with a narrative. She just wants to speak to a narrative. So this is her prime objective. I didn't want him to do it. How could you not want him to do it when you already knew that this was a goal? This was a thing that was already in motion before you were even there.
Because like
How
Anton says,
how could
you could take her perspective into consideration. That doesn't mean you're necessarily gonna listen to her.
no, what I'm saying is I don't even buy it. Like this is just a way for her to be able to complain.
She
This
been
is a
complaining though. She
but
been
this
complaining.
but
Been
how
She
can
just
you
has
complaining.
complain about what you already knew was in place before you were
because she
there?
didn't care. Because she didn't care. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not going to be able to change that type of mindset. She didn't care then. She don't care now. She's not
I,
going to care up until she die.
we
She
get
don't
She's
care.
I
because
don't buy
she has
that. I don't
to
buy
do
that.
this in public.
I think this is see this the problem.
bro.
She don't
You
care.
can't
That woman does
allow
not care.
you can't allow someone to run with a narrative and then just accept it as if this is there's nothing that could
I mean,
actually back that up because if she didn't care she would have just bounced. She would
No,
have bounced.
how?
no, because it's
How?
benefiting
She would
her.
have bounced
No,
because
Slimmy.
why
No,
would you stay?
no, Slimmy. Because
Why would you stay?
you gotta understand most women's logic. They're not okay. It's where is she gonna get better than the man that's about to be president, right? So on one hand,
She
it's
mad he
I
is.
got the best dude, but I don't really like still what he's doing, but it's still gonna benefit me. And what did I say earlier? She was always positioning herself like she was a daggone politician, even though she wasn't. Okay, I can put my face out there. I can get this. I can do that. Like it's still a benefit to her,
But then
even though she don't even like what he's doing, it still benefited her. So she's still gonna run with it.
no. But no. So we don't accept that you didn't want him to do it. You're not allowed to say that shit. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to
I agree
complain.
with what you're
You
saying, Slimmy,
cannot,
but I'm
you
telling
can't,
you
no,
what that mindset
you can't
is.
accept this, you can't accept these narratives from women like this, man, or even a man. You can't accept this type of shit.
Slimmy,
you cannot accept it. Once a train is in motion, it can't be stopped. Period.
She was doing it before the train was
can't be
in motion.
stopped.
That's the thing. She don't care.
Slimmy, and so when I tell y'all, and y'all be laughing at me when I be saying this, when I be saying women don't deserve rights, women shouldn't be voting. This is what I mean, because they don't know the hardship of shit, so they don't respect it. Women, listen, if women had to fight for their fucking rights, then they will understand rights more.
All they
that's
they had
a fact.
to fight.
I agree with that.
No, they understand it. They
No,
understand it
women
today.
don't.
They
It
don't
matters.
care.
No, they can't.
I think y'all missing a plot, bro. Look, the reason why it's going to be more difficult for people to stay together over a period of time is because I think that women at some point grow to be
ungrateful.
Yeah, that too, and I think they grow to be so like caught up in themselves and how they train themselves to think that they're not actually benefiting or something like that. I don't think that they are in a position where they suffer. I think that you're not going to see most relationships go to distance. And most people are not going to die together. Most people are not going to be together until for 50 years. I think that that's done. That's over. Because
that makes me
and it's
sad.
not even
So that makes me sad.
It's the truth. And I think that a part of it is also because it's miserable dealing with a person that grows to become essentially your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So what most guys will wind up finding is that once they get their kids old enough and out of the house, that it's easier to get a new chick that, you know what I'm saying, did not deal with them for an extended period of time, that can then grow so like, bitter towards him because they're so privileged and they don't know what it means to suffer. Right. I think that women, in a sense, have to continuously go through shit to remind them of how good they got it.
Facts.
At some
but
point,
you have some women that do recognize that, right? But I get what you're saying, women nowadays, but she comes from the generation that knows. That's why I'm like, she's just doing it just because she does not care. She wants him to do.
She might know, but you have to make a woman a believer.
No,
okay,
no,
she
no.
can know all she
2
wants.
days is over.
But
guys
if she
are tired of chasing a woman to try
She
to.
knew he was going. He was in line
Guys
to
are
be in the
tired
presidency. She
of
knew he was going.
Guys is tired. It doesn't matter if she knew it or not. She was much more appreciative and rocking with him before he became president, even if she was discontent about it, right? She buried that because she also was really blessed and she probably appreciated him more. But now it's teaching myself to say no, taking my power back. When you see women start to say stuff like that, I need to find myself, especially when they get above the age of, if they're anywhere close to being above the age of 34, 35, 36, and the older they get, if they start talking like that, it's over.
But how don't you? I don't buy that whole.
You
I need
cannot
to
get a
find
woman
myself.
back. You cannot get a woman back that starts talking like that past a certain age.
And that's why Shannon Sharpe do what the fuck he do.
And
No,
here's
don't start moving like that.
I don't think
and
it's
here's the thing.
a black and white woman thing.
Here's the thing. For a guy, I'm not even gonna say like a Barack, but for a guy that's successful, right? But the woman becomes so privileged to where she don't really appreciate it, that she then starts to make a lot of things about her. She starts saying stuff like that. Or another sign is she starts saying stuff like, I want you to now spend more time with me, or you have to make up for lost time or stuff like that. It's over. And so it's much easier for a guy to get out of that, not even get out of that situation. There will be plenty, especially if you're super successful, you'll visible, you'll see plenty of women waiting at the door, beating down the door to take the place of that woman.
Yeah.
And that's why it's going to be so difficult, because for people to make it to their older age together successfully, because it's going to be wolves waiting to replace her that actually will appreciate where it is that the position that she's in, because they suffered, because they don't know. They're looking at it like she don't fucking know. But at the same time, they're looking to take that spot because they know what it's like to be. This is the thing that they've been wishing for their entire life.
Thanks.
But you got to get her new and with the right mindset, or else she's gonna grow to be just like the woman that you're replacing.
Sometimes you don't know the downfalls of things until you're in it. And so this new woman could end up in the same place that the old woman was in. She just doesn't know it because she doesn't see what's behind.
But here's the question, Kim. What's the downfall?
The downfall of what?
Getting with the guy that's ultra successful.
Well, we don't know. We don't. He might beat her. He might cheat on her all the time.
No. Let's assume that there's no abuse. Let's assume that there's no abuse. What is the downfall of being with this guy that every woman want to be with?
It's not about what every woman wants to be. A lot of people in general get married because they want to live life with somebody. If your person is always at work or always doing whatever it is that they're doing, you're not living life with somebody. You're just living life adjacent. And so you never know, that could be the issue.
I disagree. I think that women that worship the guy that they with, they make adjustments to be around him. They don't make excuses as to why he's not available.
And Kim,
that's what I was about to say.
I think Kim too, everybody says Michelle is very smart, and I agree that she's intelligent, right? So there's absolutely no way that she didn't know what comes with one. He was already in politics, right? On a local level, and then he got to be a senator, right? So she already knew the trajectory and everything. There's no way you're telling me that this smart, educated woman and intelligent did not understand what it takes, did not understand what is going to be done. So with that being said, at the end of the day, even if you got to go get therapy, you got to do this, you got to go through, like, you need to do whatever you need to do to show up.
Man, this really just all boiled down to the woman having a lack of respect for what men do. That's really what it all boils down to, a lack of respect.
I think there's.
I don't think that respect is enough.
You have no idea what women do. We have no idea what you do. We have, at some point, we come to an impasse because there's only so far that we can understand what the other sex goes through, absent them explaining it. And to be quite honest, a lot of men aren't big communicators. So how would a woman know?
I don't think that matters, Kim. You can explain to a chick till you're blue in the face.
If she don't go through it, she won't.
Listen, there's two different types of women, right?
Kim is speaking is speaking for herself, not the masses.
No, she's speaking in general.
No, she's not
speaking for myself.
She's speaking in general. Unless she says otherwise, she's speaking in general.
Then you're wrong, Kim. You're absolutely wrong.
It's two different types of women. It's the woman that you can explain to you blue in the face, and it doesn't fucking matter because she's still never gonna understand why it's not more about her. Right? That's her. And it's the woman that don't give a fuck what you do. She gonna worship you because she just happy to be with you.
What?
Okay. So let me hear.
That's not the norm, though. That's like
it's very much the norm.
So this is why I bring up the word respect, bro. Because for a long time, my wife had a lack of respect of what I do. Okay. Then she jumped in the content creation space, and now she understands the hard work that goes into it, and now she don't give me so much shit no more. So it takes a woman to literally put her feet in the man's shoes for her to understand, and if she don't ever do that, she always gonna feel like she was the victim.
But man, listen, you are very much. Respectfully, 2K, I'm gonna break down your situation since you're using yourself as an example.
Okay.
Based off of what you're sharing with me, you are very much in the infancy stage of your greatness. You are going to be very, very, very successful. You are going to make a lot of money. Being a man that makes a lot of money right now, your kids are small. So you are looking for understanding, you're looking for respect, and that's why you're saying now she gets it, right?
Yeah.
But you are going to grow to a space to where you need to be worshiped because it's not enough to just be understood because you now are growing to a space where it takes more than that to keep you. It's not respect and understanding is not enough for a great man. I'm telling you the truth. Respect and understanding is not enough for a great man. It's enough for a good man. It's not enough for a great man.
All right, that's a word.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like men, y'all gotta make sure that these women like you 3 times more than you like them, man.
Because respect and
real.
understanding is a form of endurance. They're enduring with you. But like you're gonna see the cracks to where it's almost like, but what, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like an entitlement.
Jesse said the perfect word, adoration. That is the perfect word. They have to have maximum adoration for you. Period. If they don't, that shit is not going to work. If the man loves the woman more, it's not gonna last because she's gonna always be looking to upgrade, get beyond this man. If she's completely sold on you, you will never have that to worry about. You never will. You never gonna have to worry about, is she trying to get out the back door? You're not gonna have to worry about none of that shit. She is there for you completely. She's going to be there for you wholeheartedly. That's the unconditional shit that money cannot fucking buy.
No, listen. I don't, I can't. No, I don't know if the women on this panel could relate to this, but if you've never been with a chick that worships you, I'm talking about like just fucking waits at the door for you, or you know what I'm saying, will just kiss you until you fucking fall asleep. If you don't know what that shit feel like, stay the fuck out of these streets. Because there's women out there that'll do anything. They will do anything to get to find it.
So do you think that Obama will ever?
I think Obama has already experienced it.
I'm saying, do you think that
I don't think Obama give a fuck at this point.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you think
he let her crash the fuck out? Because any man that truly adores, like that truly cares, that gives a fuck, would not allow her to be on that podcast doing this dumb shit. Will Smith checked out a long time ago. That's why he let her crash out on the Red Table Talk. Don't mean that he didn't love her. Don't mean that he didn't you know what I'm saying? Still have some territorial thing over her, which is one of the reasons he got emotional about motherfuckers talking about her or whatever, right? Because that's still his bitch. I don't think Obama give a fuck. I genuine in my heart. Listen, I know you're president, but that nigga's human. And it don't really matter about the job that he did. That nigga's still Obama.
Yeah.
He's still Obama. That nigga could walk through and he just as significant as fucking LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
He's still Obama.
If not more.
Think about this shit right now for a second and really put this in perspective. And women need to understand this. Because y'all say y'all want something, but I don't really think y'all understand what the fuck y'all asking for. It's a woman on a podcast talking about taking her life back, talking about going to therapy because of what she had to endure through in the White House. And this nigga can walk through the streets like a god. You got a chick that you with talking about how you had to endure through the shit that you accomplished in life. And this nigga, he can walk through the street and he will get mobbed like a god. What the fuck what are we talking about?
Well, I'm with you.
Seriously, it's different. So now I gotta come and try to convince you to get on board when all I gotta do is just show up and the world will grovel at my feet.
That's insane.
When you start to put it in context, it's a different conversation.
No, Aisha Curry ain't do this. This shit different. This shit way worse.
Aisha ain't even take it this far.
This shit way worse. She said she wanted some more attention. This shit is
but I think that's inherently a woman thing. I don't think that's why I asked the question, will it be more difficult for more couples? As a man becomes more successful, like a Barack, not even a Barack, but as men become more successful, which kind of leads me to the next question, so to speak. Should guys, because a lot of times we have these conversations based off of what women want. You see Michelle Obama on these platforms saying it. You'll never see a man that is super successful saying it. You never see a Will. You never see a Barack. You never see any of these guys come on here and say, they always going to say, oh man, you know, I didn't know what she wanted, or I lost the plot of her life and all of this shit. Should guys start to, because you know this whole decentering men thing, where basically that means men should not be at the forefront of a woman's life. It's okay to be with them. It's okay to do whatever it is you're going to do. It's even okay to be in a relationship, but she should not be the center of attention of her, or he should not be the center of attention of her life. Should men start to decenter their wives? Meaning, should they stop focusing so much on what the woman wants in order to either make the relationship better or to continue to make sure that they live in their life?
Nope.
You said no. Why no?
Because as much as it's fuck shit women do to us, we know that they give us a sense of purpose. We know that when a woman's around, that
what
a woman do give me a.
You gotta let her finish. You gotta let her finish, Slimmy.
Hey, as much as I want to talk shit, bro, it's my woman and my family is the reason I get up and I grind, bro. It's so easy to take a day off if I ain't got to check out for them, bro.
Yep.
Like I can never give up my duty to my wife to be a husband, bro. So it's easy to decenter a woman, but I kind of lose purpose as a man. I'm done. That's it.
Facts.
I ain't crazy. I know I need my girl.
You feel the same way, Quinn?
Yeah, we had this conversation before about a man needing a woman. Women do a lot for men that they don't like. A woman can see in a man stuff that he doesn't see in himself. And yeah, I think they give us someone to talk to glean off of. We need somebody. We need other people.
Slimmy, what do you think?
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Nigga, the pure fact that you're yelling says all I need to know.
Oh, no, you talking some goofy shit, bro. Like, what the fuck you need a woman to know who you are for?
I didn't say I need a woman to know who I am.
That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
Slimmy. It's just,
man,
it helps the process.
I don't even be knowing what y'all saying up here, man. This is insane.
Slimmy, it's easy for me to grind for 100, right? Or for 100 million. But with my girl there motivating me, bro, it's hard to lose focus. Like, cuz women are motivation, dog. Like, let's not get it twisted, cuz women are motivational.
Why are women the motivation for you?
Women ain't the motivation. Women ain't the motivation. They are motivational.
They are a motivation, not the motivation.
No, that's not what he said. I'm going by what he said. And they just said women are motivated. No, the fuck?
Women are motivational. A woman is
maybe he misspoke. Let me give him the benefit.
All right.
My motivation is to get 100 million. My woman telling me you can do it is motivational. Sometimes I need to hear it. Hey, you been slacking.
So your answer 2K is men should not be decentering their wives.
No.
So you think that the woman that the man is with should be at the center of what he's doing and why he's doing it.
Anton, if we didn't have women, a lot of shit wouldn't be done. We wouldn't have got houses. We wouldn't have hunted animals. We wouldn't have made cars. We did a lot of this shit to make life easier for women. The only reason we chose to be great is for women.
Y'all got it.
I agree, 2K. Otherwise, y'all would be like conserving y'all energy all day and not really.
Yeah, we're doing enough for us. What are we saying?
I don't think that women. I think that women should decenter men, but not their man. And I think that it's okay for men to decenter women, but not their woman. So if each person in this relationship is putting their other person first, there's no gap there. So it's just like, why would either one want to decenter the person who's supposed to be their love, who they're supposed to care about, and who's supposed to care about them?
But y'all know how minimum men live. All we need is a bed, a couch, and a TV. If we didn't live for women, women want motivational for us. That's all to be in the house. All that other shit, the rug, the vase, the shelves, all this little stuff. We do this to make our woman life easier, bro. We could never decenter women.
That's interesting because I got my own place and my shit is lit, and it ain't got nothing to do with whether or not she come or not.
I can't speak on your shit, Anton, but I know most dudes' places are lit just in case a woman want to come over.
Facts.
Just in case.
Okay.
When I leave my house on Friday night to go to the bar, I make sure this motherfucker is clean just in case.
Just in case.
Well, that's sad in my opinion.
Cleaner just in case.
That's sad in my opinion, but I'm gonna hold off my thoughts.
I may take my sheets down as curtains.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I want to hear Carrie and Mika's perspective. Either one is fine.
I think that men need to put God at the center, and I mean, it'll never get corny to me because these conversations, even Michelle, like,
not the question.
It is the question. Should men start to decenter their wives? I don't think it's about, no, I don't think your wife should be at the center. I don't. I think that God should be at the center. I think that you should understand what God wants you to do as it relates to your wife. And then I think that the wife needs to have God at her center too, and listen to what God says she should do with her husband. And if everybody buys into that, I think that all of this stuff goes away.
So you're saying everyone needs to be decentered.
I think that everybody needs to have God at their center, find out what he says for them to do with their wife, with their husband, and follow that. I think then you do get a wife that values, appreciates, shows her husband everything that she needs to show him. I think you do get a wife who feels like she's heard, like she's important, like she's seen from her husband. I think you get I think that that's the best chance at everybody having as close to what they really want in a marriage as possible. Yes, I do. And I wish I would have known all of this sooner.
Everyone aren't Christians, and everyone don't believe in God. So what about those people?
That's how much I think that following the word makes sense now. I like everything we talk about. When I go to the Bible now, it's like, oh, here's a simple layout. Oh, here's a simple layout. So fight it if you want. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody. I'm genuinely not. But in terms of talking about feeling valued, feeling appreciated, your wife doing what she should do, your husband doing what he should do, all of those things from what I'm reading is there. So why would I try to come up with an alternative purely because somebody like
there's
doesn't
another
make sense. It's like, hey, here's a plan B
that could say the same thing,
and that's fine. Whoever that's on them. I'm just saying, if you ask me what I think a solution to a problem is, and I believe that this is the solution, and you're like, yeah, nah, I don't want to do that solution, give me another one. It's like, well, go find your own. Like, this is my recommended solution to you. If you don't like that, that's cool. So go get another solution. But I'm not going to change my solution because you don't believe it. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Religion's so weird to me, but your solution is believing in something that, like, it's not a tangible thing. Like, it's a belief, and you have this person that no one's ever seen, and it's in the Bible, and it's a book, and you can interpret anything that this person says 80 different fucking ways depending on who you're talking to. That's what that's what all this is supposed to line up to be, is what you're telling me.
No, I didn't say any of that.
Hey, just go.
No, I'm not saying any of it. I'm just saying, you can get one Bible verse and all 8 of us will interpret it different.
I'm not understanding what you're.
Gary, just do what you do. Just do what you do.
Like, I don't get it.
Don't worry about that.
Because why? This is my response.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't have to be your response. This is my response, and this is what I think the solution is to all of this type of stuff now. I even think it's that way for me. I wish I knew a lot of this stuff beforehand. I had to learn, like, it is what it is.
Kara, this the reason why women might create life, but men make life. Okay? Y'all might have them little motherfuckers, but we make the life. Listen, bro, I don't give a fuck. And y'all some trifling ass people. Women. Y'all are some of the worst human beings.
I don't agree.
No, women are some of the most egregious, Anton, egregious people on this planet. But I'll be crazy if I said I could do it without y'all at the center. That'll be insane. So my answer gonna always be my answer, bro. Women give you motivation. Cause like when I was at the gym, when I be at the gym, my motivation is to shit on my ex. That's gonna give me an extra rep or two when I see I'm gonna shit on her and her new nigga. She motivate me through hate.
That's wild. I rebuke.
I'm super serious. I'm very serious.
I don't prescribe to that.
I'm telling you, bro. I can't wait to shit on my ex, bro. I can't. That's on my bucket list. I'm gonna shit on that hoe.
We just talked about this.
Okay, how small is your town?
Huh?
You live in
How
Dallas.
small is you live in Dallas?
It's big enough where I can shit on her, I'll tell you that.
Mika, thoughts?
I rebuke.
I don't think a woman is usually ever at the center, but I do think that once a man knows his purpose and knows what he wants to do, if he wants to go, build a family, then that family unit also adds to his purpose. But I don't necessarily think the woman is his purpose, because he has to be in order for a woman to really buy into the man, he has to already have a purpose outside of me. Like if I'm the only motivator, then what?
That's good enough. Y'all are that inspirational.
No, I'm not saying that we're not. I don't discount. I'm not discounting women, right? Because we definitely can do a lot, right? For what it's worth, until we knew all this stuff, that's exactly what people thought Michelle was doing, right? So, with that being said, again, he has to have something outside of me that's worth me even latching on to. Because otherwise, if you're dependent on me, then that makes me the head. That makes me the person making all the decisions, and it's only going to go one or two ways. It's either I'm going to start acting like most of the women act like now, or I don't respect you, and I'm not going to want to be with you.
It's not him
because you can't be with a man that you definitely don't respect or look up to.
It's not him depending on you, Mika. It's like, bro. I remember being in situations, bro, like where I just wanted to kind of just quit and just give up. But like you can look at your girl and know, okay, I can't do that right now.
Oh no, I agree that you definitely can do that once you decide that you want that family unit, right? But it's under you. It's under you.
Yes, it
because
is.
You're asking for that woman's hand in marriage. Like this is all you're doing, right? So you have to have the plan. You got the plan.
Listen, dog. If you ever had a bad bitch before, I'm telling you,
I've not had one.
If you ever had like your first bad bitch, it's a reason why she can get you down there to do any fucking thing.
What? I get you.
Anything.
What are you talking about, nigga?
Bro,
I get you.
I think a beautiful woman can get a man to run through a fucking wall. Y'all, okay.
I get. Go ahead.
Okay, now you got.
No, I get what you're. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying for me as a woman, right? I don't ever want to be the sole motivating factor. right? And that's why I don't understand why sometimes, like you guys were talking earlier, and he's like, women don't understand because they don't do it, right? Me personally, I don't want to do it, right? So I don't want to mow the lawn, and I don't want to do this. So I respect the fact that you're going to get out there and do it, because I can clearly see that it's hard work. And I respect the fact that you're willing to get out there and sacrifice being in the sun, the heat, and all that stuff that I'm not willing to do.
Ask yourself why he out there doing it.
One, it's in a man's nature.
Okay, it got to be done. That's one.
Yeah, and men are gonna do what needs to be done.
Okay, keep going. Why do you think men do shit that they don't want to do? Outside of that, it has to be done.
Outside of their nature, yeah.
I
said their family can be another factor. I said it can't be the sole factor.
So listen, if you start, let's think if men were building a bridge with no women in mind. It's so much shit that we wouldn't have thought of. Like, oh man, he a man, he'll figure it out. Because that's what other men do. We figure it out. But because we had a woman at the center of our life, but let me put this right here, and let me make this right here. So we were doing that for women.
I get that women.
I have no idea.
I get that women can be a help. I do get that.
I'm so lost, bro.
I do get that, but at the same time, but what I'm saying is, I don't, as a woman, want me to be the only factor or the only reason that you got up to do something.
Do y'all know the story of the vibrator?
Of the who?
Of the vibrator, the history of the vibrator.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay. I had to learn this in women's studies. Okay. That was a crazy.
It had nothing to do with y'all. It had nothing to do with y'all getting off. Nothing.
Listen, bro. So
I never used one.
Listen. So women back in the day, they had something called hysteria. They'll call it being nervous.
Yep.
They'll call it anxiety now. Okay. Yep. So what the dudes were, they started, listen, my girl freaking out. What can I do? They took her to the doctor. The doctor started playing with her cooch or whatever. When she nutted, her attitude was gone. So what the doctor did was like, because so many women was booking them that he couldn't get them all in one day. So he came up with a vibrator.
This isn't a lie, y'all. This is absolutely true.
I read another fact.
He came up with a vibrator, and you used to have to get a prescription for it because it relieved women of anxiety.
Yep.
We did that for y'all. Y'all was the center of that.
People think you're joking. This is not a joke. This is fucking real life.
But what did you hold on? But what? Hold on. Wait. What did you say the women went to?
A doctor.
So he already had a purpose. He was a doctor already.
Yes, but the motivation was who? It was to make who life easier.
No, what? Okay. The thing about what is it? What was it? The vibrator or whatever.
Yeah.
That's something.
Okay, Mika. What was it? What's it called?
No, I thought he said something else. I thought he had a name with it. But anywho, what I'm saying is he was already a doctor.
Facts.
So his purpose is he wanted to make people well, do whatever.
Yes.
Correct.
And then as a doctor, he started noticing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So yes, you can. Yes, your family can definitely be a motivator. Your woman can help this, that, and the third, but it's not the
who else
sole factor.
From hysteria. Men, you didn't see a motherfucker come out with something for a man, did you? No. Because listen, if these women, something wrong with them, man, hold on, cuz let's take care of them.
2K saying that he could have had motivation to become a doctor from within himself. But let's say he sees his family and he's like, I want more, or this woman is encouraging him, and now he goes into his own practice. That's what the difference is. That's what he's trying to say. Like,
that's still
I'm just saying he built it up as
motivation. In the history book.
Plenty of guys that's not relevant.
Not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying he's saying that women are can be a motivation, and that would be a better example of what the motivation was in that
You said
particular
that women should be at the
example that
center
Mika
of
was
what
using.
you're doing, because the question is decentering your wife, right? And so he said, no, we should not decenter. Him and Quinn said that they should be at the center of everything that we do.
I didn't say that.
But 2K, if your wife is upset one day, are you still gonna stream?
Hell yeah.
So she ain't at the center. That's what I mean.
No. That's just because I don't pander the attitude. But you rest and assured, one way or another, it's gonna be me trying to figure out why she mad or trying to de-escalate.
Right, but it's not going to stop you from doing what
because I'm on my purpose.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, but
the one thing that I've learned is that
thing.
the one thing that I've learned is, especially about women, is that first of all, women say that shit, but I don't believe that they really want to be the center of your attention. Well, why? Because all women are going after men that are the center of other women's attention. As a matter of fact, they're going after men. They're running away from men. Those are the guys that are in the friend zone that focus 100% of their energy on them. Women want men that are not focused 100% on them. And then when they get with those men, because those men are not focusing 100% on them, they are jealous. And so that's what then motivates them to say, hey, you're not focusing enough time on me. But I've never seen a woman love and want to be around a man 100% of their time to where they would say, I want you to spend all of your time on me, or I want you to spend the majority of your time on me. Men that are up under their women the majority of the time, the women hate that shit.
They hate it today.
Women hate being up under a man, being up under them and spending the majority of their time on them, because most of the time they'll say, hey, listen, if you spending all of your time with me, then that means you're not really fulfilling your purpose, and ultimately you're not even getting to the bag.
And so
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
That's not decentering women. Like getting a job and going out and hustle, you can still have a woman at the center of your life while doing these things, bro. In fact, the reason why you might be out grinding is for a woman.
But the whole thing with decentering men on the woman's side, with decentering men, is taking them out of the equation.
Okay, so hold on. Let me slim. You think these niggas are working for what, Slim?
I think you conflating two different things, bro.
I think y'all are too.
No,
you conflating two different things.
I do what I do for me.
You are conflating.
I do what I do for
things,
myself.
bro.
I'm not gonna do it for no woman. What?
I
Women are gonna be there. Women are gonna be there regardless. So like, women are gonna be there regardless. So
they absolutely
to center your life around women or a woman, that is asinine.
Facts, Slimmy.
That is asinine.
They are going to be there.
You focus. You go. So first off, in order to center your life around a woman, it has to be one. Because how you gonna center your life around multiple women?
You niggas do it every fucking day.
No.
You do it every fucking day.
No, they don't. No, they don't. If you focusing on women, it's gonna be one in particular. You can't focus on a whole bunch of different women like that. If you focusing on most dudes that were women, multiple women, they focused on themselves. They focused on making themselves better. They focused on making their situation better. And everything else around them starts revolving around that.
Y'all
100% facts, Slimmy.
Slimmy, the car you drive, the jeans you wear, the shirt you buy, the haircut we got to keep. Nigga, we do this shit for bitches. Let's not.
You got it.
Let's not.
Hell no.
Today.
Hell no.
Wait, 2K.
Hey,
what?
All of the grind and the stuff.
Get up time.
No. Hold on. So 2K, all of the stuff and the grind that you're doing, are you doing it for one woman or are you doing it for bitches?
At once upon a time, I was doing it for.
No, I ain't talking about once upon a time. I said all of the things that you do today.
Well, for one woman now, Anton. Yeah.
Okay. So then you agree with Slimmy then?
No, I don't.
Interesting. Okay.
Nigga, for my wife, I'm not finna go. What nigga? Hey, my wife said, "Hey, we going out." I'm not finna go buy no Buddy Lee jeans. Nigga, I'm finna get some decent to wear for her.
You're conflating. You're reaching. You conflating multiple different things to try to prove your point. The point is that men have to be great for themselves. Every guy that I'd have never seen in my life, whose sole focus and motivation for what he been doing his entire life, crashed the fuck out the minute that he ran into a problem with his woman. Every last one of them. They start missing work. They start being depressed. They can't fucking sleep. Where's she at? They almost become obsessive over her, which then gives her power over him, which is the same thing that Mika was talking about.
Anton,
every single guy that I've seen crash the fuck out the minute that woman determined, or if she started to feel some type of way or whatever like that. You cannot let a woman be the center of your life.
Women are never. Listen, Anton, a woman's the center of your life.
No, she's not.
A woman's the center of your life.
No, you know that's not true, 2K. Don't even. You know that shit not true.
Listen, I talk
about in real life. You know that shit is
never downgrade. I ain't gonna never downgrade what a woman is. I talk. Carrie, you on mute, Carrie. Carrie, yeah. I ain't gonna never downgrade the value of a woman. Now I talk my shit about them, but I ain't gonna lie on them neither.
See, you changing the subject again. We're not talking about the value of a woman. We saying, should a woman be the center of a man's life?
Whether we asking or not, no, she shouldn't, but they are.
They're not.
How you gonna say a woman is not the center of your life, but if somebody breaking your house, you will go give your life so that woman can be alive?
The same reason, the same way that I would give my life for anybody that's under me.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same reason that men go to the military. A lot of y'all like duty and honor, and so when you have a family, it's your duty. Like this.
If Carrie said, "Hey, I need you to watch my kids," and somebody break in the house while I'm there, I will fucking die for those kids. It doesn't mean that they're the center of my life. It means that me as a provider and protector have a responsibility to make sure that they're taken care of. Hey, you conflating issues. I'll die over anybody that is under my covering and my protection. That has nothing to do with whether or not a woman is going to be the center of my life. That's just me being a man.
You're right. Y'all right. Women ain't the center of none of our lives. It's us. Okay, we doing it for us.
2K though, I do think you do it for, like, okay, let's just say you weren't married at all. I still think you would be doing what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
I would be. I would absolutely be doing what I'm doing, but it'll be in a motivation to get a woman like the wife that I already have.
So you wait a minute. You doing what you're doing to get the wife that you like, or
bruh,
the wife that you want,
my nigga. Bro,
seriously,
don't center a woman, bro. I don't grind this hard. You don't grind this hard to not have no bitch. Okay, that comes with the glory. Women are the center of our shit. What is y'all talking about?
No, I'm not rocking with that, bro.
I have never seen a nigga turn the bitches down as a prize. Y'all stop this, Cap. All these old niggas in the comments. Anton don't got to do
y'all see Carrie's doppelganger?
Huh?
Yeah.
Come on, Carrie. Carrie, speak up. Speak up, Carrie.
I keep freezing. I can't get off mute. I don't know why I did that.
No, Carrie disagreed with you.
Man, Carrie can't disagree with me.
Why can't she?
It's hard for me to disagree with you, but I had to disagree with you on this one.
No, because y'all.
I'm with you, 2K.
No, she ain't.
Once woman gonna be with him.
Kim can't. Kim, listen. Kim ain't with you. Kim don't believe in that shit.
My nigga, stop dropping roll on Mother's Day because saying a woman ain't the center. They like
that dog. Kim don't believe in what you're saying.
No,
bro.
but 2K, you love your family, and that's what you're supposed to do. It's your family.
But
okay, so hold on, Kim, you believe in this?
I believe that women are a great motivation for men. I think there's a lot of things that you wouldn't do otherwise. Just like he was saying, like getting a haircut.
Should women be the main motivation? Should they be the center?
Hey, they want the question.
Yeah, that's literally the question at the bottom of the screen. The question said, should men start to decenter their wives? That is the literal question at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, so
that's why I said to you, 2K, that soul. I was like, it shouldn't be the soul, meaning the it factor.
Well, he didn't say that she was the soul factor.
But it says decentering.
So when I looked up decentering men, it says where you prioritize your own needs, desires, and values. I don't see a problem with that. So I wouldn't. So with that definition of decentering,
I don't put my wife.
There's not a problem with putting.
I put my work first. I put my work first, but it's for my wife. I do that first, so the blessings of my hard work can trickle down on my wife.
No, I do it for me, and my wife is then the beneficiary of what it is that I do.
hey, fuck you niggas now.
No, I do it for me, and she the beneficiary of my greatness. I've always said that. I've always said that 100%. I've always said that. I've said it from day one. Listen, it is great that you're here, and I'm going to leverage the skill set that you have, but I was going to be great with or without you. It didn't matter. I was going to be great with or without you. And that's not a knock on you, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to crash the fuck out just because you're not here. Thank God bless you that you're here with me, because now you get to experience a life that you otherwise would have never had for you. I'm your blessing. What are you talking about? Look, it ain't a whole lot of me's. I am one of fucking one. I am one of one.
Same.
What you talking about?
I'm one too.
Without me?
Me three.
What I want to, if you 101 and Q did it 101 too, I'm what 101 3.
I said me 3, so you're 4.
Okay, I'm 4. Ooh,
listen, I proved that shit when I left another platform.
Nah, listen, I seen that shit. They had like 15 live views the other day. But
I'm just saying, I did that shit. Listen, everybody, let me stop, bro. Mike, I'm special. I am special.
Hey,
I know that I'm special. And a lot of guys, I think that they do themselves a disservice by putting their stock in a woman and their value in a woman, because then I think that they limit themselves. I see a lot of guys that could be a lot greater than what they are. Somebody says if she leaves you, hold on, let me see this. This is a great example. If she leaves you, replacing her, AD. Huh? Don't nobody leave me.
You can't leave me.
Somebody said, I'm basically saying that women are the prize. No, women aren't the prize.
No. You don't leave
They're the
me.
winners.
You don't leave me. I may let you go. But it's not because you want to be gone. It's because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all guys really need, they really put limiters on themselves. They really minimize how great they can be by majority of the time trying to think that the woman is the center of their universe. They don't even realize how great that they really could be because they so focused on what it is that she wants them to be, or what it is that they think that they need the expectation for in order for her to be satisfied with him.
Now, who's to say he wouldn't be worse otherwise? Because
he wouldn't.
Now, when that
he obviously doesn't have that internal motivation.
Now, when Shaq break these clips down and put them on his page, y'all just know, y'all remember y'all stance on this shit now.
I don't want to. I honestly, 2K. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to tell you.
And you don't.
What you should be doing,
If
right?
you don't have to tell me. My girl never has to tell me you need to get up and go to work.
Okay, so that means you have the purpose on your own, and that's why she with you.
He contradicted himself just right.
That's why she with you.
I said at the top of my statement, I said that I know my motivation, but the women are motivational. Did I not say that?
I said, and we said
originally,
but we said that
to
too.
say that a woman could be useful to you, or to say that we, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. I may not want to catch the bus. I like having a car to get there a lot faster, more efficiently. I may not want to drive to my destination. I may want to take a plane. To say that a woman is useful or to use something from her as motivation is completely different than saying she is the center of what it is that I'm doing. Without her, I wouldn't be doing this shit. That's crazy. Because then that means that you nothing without a woman.
We go our entire
nothing without a woman.
We go our entire life.
You gave your power away.
Right woman.
No, we don't.
And then when we find her, we get on one knee and ask her for her hand in marriage and say, hey, I'll give you my life. How is that not centering the woman?
That just means that you've been programmed by modern society. You're probably the type of nigga that celebrates Sweetest Day too.
Anton, did you get on one knee and propose?
No.
What day?
That's the honest to God truth. No, I didn't.
I done broke my damn plate over here and shit.
That's the honest to God truth.
What happened?
Listen, I'm the wrong example for the use. That's the honest to God on my father's grave truth.
What happened?
No, I did not.
Like a casual conversation, like laying in bed.
No, you didn't what?
I did not get on my knee and propose.
How you propose?
I don't want to get into that shit.
Well, now
because then y'all gonna be trying to judge me again. I'm not doing that shit.
We listen and we always judge. What you mean?
For the sake of the conversation, for 2K.
That is funny.
We judge, we don't condemn.
For the sake of the conversation, for 2K, no, I didn't.
Okay.
For the sake, are you lying to us, sir?
What was you talking about?
You said for the sake of conversation, no.
2K asked me a direct question. He said, did I get on my knee and propose? I said, no. So for the sake of the conversation, I'm answering this question, but I'm not adding additional context to tell you how I did propose.
Well, listen, man, you don't, hey, y'all
might have got down on both knees. We don't know.
Y'all,
we don't know. We don't know.
He did it the Tarzan way. He walked up to Jane, was like,
because he don't never talk about being on his knees.
Me husband, you wife. Huh?
Let's go.
Pull up our hair and walk off. You belong to me now.
I'm not bowing to a woman, bro.
We do, whether we know it or
I'm
not.
down on bended
I'm not bowing to a woman. Dog, listen, day one, my mother submits to me. My mother submits to me. I've never been a mother's boy, none of that shit. I don't believe in giving a woman my power. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in it.
I don't think a proposal is giving the woman the power, because you gotta think you're just telling her.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a proposal either, though, Mika. He just tried to use it as an example, but it didn't apply to me.
To his credit,
so for dudes that propose on one knee, cool, God bless you. I'm not criticizing. I'm not the type of person that's gonna say, "Oh, he is sucker for doing it." No, I'm not going. But it's just not applicable to me because I didn't do that.
I don't think you have to get on one knee. I think that's just tradition, and so you can do whatever you want.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bow though. I see somebody. I just think it's,
Tradition is pure pressure from the dead.
Yeah.
Because you know how back in medieval times, that when they would knight people, I think it's just like a kneel to say I'm going to protect you. I'm willing to do this and this and this.
Sort of, but I mean, like,
I don't think he's bowing to her.
A person is subservient in general.
I don't think he's bowing to her.
That's a good movie, Subservient.
Hmm?
That's what I was saying. Is that really a bow?
I don't think he's bowing
It's
to her.
being
No
beneath
man.
somebody, physically, literally being beneath somebody. So I can see where he would be going with that.
I think that's make it. Oh, go ahead.
Listen, I'm humble. Listen, I don't bow to anybody, but I'll humble myself to serve other people. That's different.
I think that's what that is. I think that's more of a vulnerable point to say, okay, look, this is what I'm willing to do. I don't think it's a bow, like, oh my God, I'm subservient to you.
Fun fact.
I'll humble myself to serve you. Like, I have no problem doing more for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes than I do for myself, because I place people before me. I pay everybody else before I pay myself. Like, I have no problem with humbling myself, but I'm not bowing to you. I think, and that's the thing. I think that the center, in order for a lot of relationships to be more successful, this is the part where I disagree with Carrie. I think that the center of a woman's life should be her husband. So I disagree with Carrie on that.
Remember what Xerxes tried to do?
Can't hear you.
What?
The literal purpose of a woman, the reason why she was created was to be a helpmeet. That is
that makes more sense, because
that
God
is
is the center
reason why
of the
she
man's
was
life,
created, was to be a helpmeet. That is the reason. Everything else that women are doing today is extra. All of the shit that women have the freedom to do, the freedom to create, that now that she's able to do what she wanted to do, all of that shit was as a benefit. That was a blessing. That was something that we've civilized the world for women to have the freedom to think and do it and do whatever it is. Now
you're proving my point. What I said when Carrie brought up the Bible, because Carrie said that God should be the center of the man and the
I believe
the woman, and that's not true. The center is he's supposed to be the center of the man's life, and the man's supposed to be center of the woman. And if God is the center of the man's life,
I believe
Why
that
you seem
Carrie,
so upset about it?
I think that
I'm not upset at all, nigga. Like, fuck you talking
You like
about?
it in the there, and the I mean,
I think that Carrie may have in my opinion, I think that she may have a misunderstanding.
I agree.
Of what the purpose of a woman is in particular. I don't think that Carrie was wrong.
No, she's wrong.
But I didn't get into. Well, I didn't even get into what the purpose of a woman or a wife or anything like that was. My point in saying that God should be at the center is that whatever God says a woman should be to a man, whatever his word says a wife should be to a husband. I believe if God is not at your center, you won't be obedient to his
I agree.
word.
That's why I said that.
So therefore, what you're saying, Anton, I agree with you. So
right, and I agree with
God,
you too.
Once
That's
God is at my center, I now have to go and see what should I be to my husband. Oh, my husband should be who I honor. My husband should be who I do all this for. So this is the word center might be maybe that threw something off, but that was my premise. Like, he has to be.
I agree with you also. I think that the context is what I disagree. The context is what I disagree with. But primarily, I don't necessarily disagree with you either. So
how do you know it's God talking and not the devil?
I truly adore
you should ask your father. Isn't he a preacher?
I'm not. I know the answer to these questions. Like nigga, I know most of all of y'all.
All right. Let me answer your question, because I know a lot of people like to try to stomp me with spiritual questions. So I'll answer your question directly. Number one, everything that is two ways that you can know.
Carrie, not you, by the way.
Oh no, but I'm gonna answer it anyway, because the answer is the answer. There's two ways that you know. The first way that you know is that the word can't go against itself. So let's say, for example, somebody comes to you and they say, God told me to do this. It can't go against what he's already ordained to be good. So if you can't confirm it with the word and it's not aligned with what it is that it says inside of the Bible, then they lying. Number two, God usually gives a witness, right? So there's always something to confirm it or something that you can use to back it up, which is one of the reasons why we have to be great in our word. We have to understand it. We have to study it. We have to really, really understand what it's saying, is because there's always something to back it up. And so sometimes we can get caught up in ourselves. And even when you think about prophecy, even when you think about people that say certain things in the Bible, if you look at it, there's always been a confirmation of it. There's never been somebody that just gets it and that's the end of it. There's always been something that came along to confirm that this is what it is and this is what it's supposed to be, because we are not supposed to be left to our own understanding. And the word says, lean not into your own understanding. Even when you pray, the confirmation of it, is that where two or three are gathered in his name, there he is in the midst of thee. Everything that happens in the Bible, in most instances, it happens in pairs, where there's a confirmation of it, or you can then substantiate it nowadays by actually confirming it by what the word says. So if God never talks to you, the Bible itself, the word of God, is your blueprint. So you don't need anything or anybody to say anything to you. It's supposed to be right there with it.
And because of where I am in my walk, Quentin, because I do think that the sentiment of what you said was to try to catch me out. I don't proclaim to be an expert in any of all of this. I think I've made it very, very obvious that this is something that has been new to me. But if you notice, when I do bring up God, most of the time I'm bringing up the word, because you won't hear me say, well, God told me, because right now, since I am where I am in the walk, and I still do battle with my own flesh, my own thoughts, my own understanding, I do my best to go to the word on almost everything. I do my best to do that. So
you're not Anton for a reason, because I knew you were newer to this. That's why I didn't ask Anton.
Well, but my response,
I wasn't trying to stump you. Like, feeling your way through what you're doing, it looks different. So how would you, being new to the word, know?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have said the second part that Anton said, because I wouldn't have known that to say that. Although once Anton said that, I can tell that that's true, because in the study Bible I have, a lot of the scripture will refer you to a whole nother book where somebody else witnessed the same thing. So my response to what you're saying would have been his first thing. I know when the devil gets involved or what have you, because I can see it in the Bible. Like I go to the word and then I go to prayer. Everything stems for me from the word. So the devil is not going to be able to come and say something to me and I mistake that for God, because I'm in the word right now. Now, where that leads me later, I don't know. Maybe I'll get to a point where I don't have to grab it so much. But at this point, I go to the word. Yeah. And it's been helpful with everything. It might sound cliche, but it's actually pleasantly surprising to me that so much, even down to managing your finances, taking care of your house, down to cleaning your, like, everything seems to be in there.
Yeah, it is. Literally, it's in there. It's a really great tool. A lot of people don't know that, but you got to deep dive into it to understand it. If you deep dive into it, it unlocks so many mysteries to life. Everything you do, you can't unsee it. That's the dangerous part, though, is that once you see it, you can't unsee it, and then you become responsible for it. And it also empowers you with a level of knowledge and understanding that you never really, it's hard to explain it to people a lot of times, because I know that people don't really want to believe it, but it is a very powerful tool, a very, very, very powerful tool. And you'll be able to reference and recite stuff like that right off the top of your head without even thinking about it. So I don't know. Any other thoughts before I read these super chats?
Yeah, I have to request a day off tomorrow.
Denied. No, I'm just messing with you. Y'all know y'all, whatever y'all got to do y'all thing. Yeah, listen, y'all better. Y'all always gonna
Mika,
be better.
why you coming off mute? You can't get a day off too. Why you coming off mute?
No, nah.
Whenever
I
y'all,
was about to say something to Slimmy, but I was like, nope, I'm not gonna say it.
y'all way better than.
You
Like
can't
I
get no
said,
about to
PTO.
say.
You can't get no PTO.
y'all know y'all better than Carrie though. So
Carrie take PTO. She
correct.
Carrie
Correct.
take
Unrequested,
PTO.
nigga.
No, Carrie that employee that wait to she knows she's supposed to show up at
She
3
tell
o'clock.
Anton,
So
which
it's 3 to
I ain't gonna
11.
be there, nigga.
Carrie text you
Oh
at 2:50 p.m. like I'm sick. I can't come to work. Like, why you ain't call earlier? 4 hours
I'm at the
ahead.
grocery store. I ain't gonna be there.
She does.
Oh, Carrie.
And she'll compliment you right after that.
But y'all are so great.
You're really
Y'all have
good.
fun.
You're really good at what you do, Anton, and you're so consistent. You're so consistent. I said, like, nobody ever called me consistent as a compliment before. You never miss. You never miss.
True.
But I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more like y'all.
And Carrie, I told them, I said, guess who popped up on my stream? I said it was Carrie. And she was like, I'll call a liar. And I'm in the grocery store though. So I said, Carrie, we know where you at.
I stay in the daggone grocery store.
Yeah.
Lord.
I don't.
Let me read these super chats, y'all. She looks like an Avatar character on the thumbnail. We're talking about Michelle Obama. Black women are the LeBron and Jordan of keeping each other single. Michelle was the top wife in the world and still complaining. DJ Ace Production says Craig Robinson sounded like Jack Johnson from Harlem Night. Shout out to DJ Ace. I appreciate you, bro. Carrie, because she's black. Come on. Big Hurt says she was out of line for not showing up. President is the one who put her in the spotlight, and her brother is there with them too, acting like a bunch of sticks.
What?
I don't know. Once again, I guess.
So you guys know that faggot is a bunch of sticks. So maybe that's what he meant.
Yeah, it's a cigarette. It's a cigarette.
What is a bunch of sticks?
Yeah, it's like in Europe. It's like, it means cigarette or something in Europe. Sometimes, yeah, stick. Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can't say that.
It's cool, Slimmy. Don't worry about it.
It's literally like that's the actual definition, but carry on.
Yeah, she gets given a context. Overtime article says smiley face in the sky at 5:30 Eastern. Great show. Dershawn Hill says selling out your husband for a successful podcast is wild, but those leather sleeves are diabolical. At Mika and Molly, y'all look stunning as always.
Carrie too, and Kim.
Carmela Ella says I was gonna buy a consonant, a T, for $10 to complete the word taking in the title, but I see you fixed it. Just want to say I love you guys.
Patty.
I notice Carrie always acts like this when asked about women, but seem to always know what to say on topics about men. For example, Shannon Sharpe.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What you do on Tuesday, Carrie? They keep bringing up Shannon Sharpe.
What does that even mean? What does
There's
it mean?
no spoon.
Where's the spoon?
Lord jeez.
Shout out to you. Ismail says 2K is 100% right. Michelle Obama is an embarrassment and a poor example for black women. Play your role as the first lady, show respect, and be the example. RM says it's funny she's complaining while Barack Obama was commander-in-chief of the free damn world, of the damn free world, but you don't hear him uttering nonsense. Aerosmith says, I got O's.
I got hoes in different. Sorry.
Footprints across the globe says, anyone notice how the sisterhood code is always prevalent no matter what the topic is? OG War Machine says, I would bet $1 million on the world being shaped as a triangle before I bet on finding a loyal black wife. Jay Ben says, Carrie or Arlette has to take the girl code championship crown for the week. Legendary sisterhood capes being thrown this week. Michelle's podcast is like Carrie Thanksgiving turkey. If you know, you know. I love you, Kay. Ismail says, first Michelle.
I got it.
First, Michelle told black women to undermine their husbands and vote Democrat. Now she can't show up for Carter's funeral or inauguration. F the wife duties. Charles LeGray says, why every feminist epiphany ends in selfishness? It does, you're right. Gays never get constipated, says Barack needs to drop that donkey dong on her. Antoine,
How?
Did you hear the name?
It took me a second to catch that.
How?
Did you hear the name? What is his name that we just talked about?
He said Barack.
No.
The name. The gays never get constipated.
The gays
Yo.
never get.
Ew.
What does that mean?
Wow. Wow.
Antoine Walker says,
that makes sense.
y'all so slow. Michelle podcast reminds me of Jada Pod, The Red Table. You see how that turned out. Why her guests are all single women when she's married? It's like she's hinting she want to be single. Victor Williams Jr. says, Mikey is the gay best friend that validates girls' behavior, bad behavior, and that's when women are supporting him. Leaving your husband hanging at the inauguration. Michael J says, not Molly trying to advocate for black women now. Mr. Never Gets Constipated says 2K talk like Glorilla. Majestic James says, I forgot to say, Mika, I saw your interview with that Daniels guy on Sunday before Anton did his Monday with him. I really can't just listen to you talk all day. You got the perfect homegirl voice. All right, Majestic.
Thank you.
Trey 5 says, marriage to a black woman right now is equal to hardworking class. Black women only want power positions, but there's no middle ground. Equal to the middle class, non-existent. Low Camp says, imagine sitting in the Oval Office, signing laws into motion, and your wife upstairs in a group chat like, girl, I told this nigga not to do this. It's crazy work. Executive Suite Emily says he elevated her higher than she would have had on her own. She's defiant and ungrateful. Let's not forget Barack was the first black president and she's the first black first lady. Can't get higher than that. Dark Side says, first Jada Pinkett and Michelle Obama, black men have to brace ourselves. No sense of honor, discipline, duty, service, gratitude, or commitment. Selfish as fuck. OG War Machine says Barack should have married a snow bunny. Antoine Walker says a lot of these women like Michelle has the biggest ego in which they will destroy their marriage or destroy her marriage in the process. Will Smith got disrespected on Facebook Live, and he slapped Chris Rock for her to play the victim. AM23 Michael says men have always known women's true heart. That's why men provide to keep the women at home, because if there's an opportunity, it will happen. Jasmine's Man says Barack, Will Smith, and Russell Wilson are great husbands. You have to let your wife do whatever she wants. Happy wife, happy life. B-Boss says after hours is lit. Shh. Game Wise DJ says no disrespect, slander to the game shall be tolerated in the name of the ism. Rio says Slimmy never beaten a woman hating allegations. Victor Williams says this is some happy wife, happy life nonsense. James Sharpe says to the ladies in the chat, this is why you will always have the advantage over men. Men like Quentin and 2K have proved feminists to be correct. GameWise DJ says the relationship you cultivate with your spirit in the game will be greater treasured than any woman / box you can obtain. You make your own universe. King Sai says Solomon's downfall is so relatable today. Never put a woman over God. Living your purpose. A woman can never fully be trusted. A woman can never be fully trusted to be loyal. Run your kingdom with an iron fist in the name of God. The Taj Mahal was built because of a woman, Slimmy, having several seats, says Samoavit. Hot Don John says the person who provides needed help and assistance. That's a helpmate. Fahim Jackson says, men make ourselves better for marriage. To maintain a family, we work harder, which makes society better. Without pursuing a family, the incentive to contribute to society is not as strong for most men. Joe Davis says a man without purpose will never embrace his greatness. Without his purpose, he will not be able to attract his wife. This was being yoked about. King Sai says respect, honor, loyalty, and sacrifice means love. 2K is right. If there were no women in the world, it would consist of only sports courts, arenas, workout gyms, studio apartments, all men would barter.
One plate. One spoon.
Vincent Holder says both things he right. Put God at the center of your marriage, and still your wife can encourage you. A.R. Smitty says that was a freaky a doctor. Low Camp says my purpose is not dictated by booty. The house gonna have planters, candles, ceramics, and fabric softener because it's essential to my well-being.
Okay.
Joe Davis says a woman that has a relationship with the Most High can see a man by the way of her discernment through an example of his purpose. This meaning she will trust his works if it's truly blessed. The Sympathon Award goes to 2K, aka Simp K, says GameWise GJ. J Mill says, what was the downfall of the kings in the Bible?
A woman.
Girl Davis says, Slimmy, those color dye in Skittles, but they have medical concerns that cause cancer. RFK just banned them this week. Please research it for yourself.
I watched
Ricky
that.
Williams says, I get no motivation from a woman. I get motivation from success. My wife will just benefit from what I achieved. Chase bags, not validation from a chick. Facts. Shout out to Tariq Walker. We appreciate you, big dog. King David Live says, if I was not married, I would have quit my job to go live in my car. Vaughn Walker says, I think women project their complexities on men. When women follow, they're awarded comfort and life becomes less complex. The D. Charles says, modern feminism has affected men as much as women, as much as it has women. Men reject marriage to hook up with harlots. Anti-marriage ideologies are feminist driven. Will Chills J says, 80 proposed to his wife with a prenup.
Anton, did you see that all the feminists that got mad that Trump said something about trying to do the babies, trying to get the baby bonus?
Oh yeah, the $5,000.
Yeah, all the feminists got so upset.
No, I got to see what's going on with that. I'll check it out tomorrow.
Carrie, for your health journey, I have 3 H's to live by. Do you know them?
No, what are they? Hydration.
No, you should wake up happy, hungry, and horny.
Oh, okay. Is that what your trainer told you?
And if you don't, you need to reevaluate some shit.
Well, on that note, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna holler at y'all later.
Be great for yourself.